Week 7 is upon us, and with Week 7 comes an adventure of a lifetime for you fellow folks here of the Mania League. It has been a glorious and adventurous last 6 weeks to enjoy your quality time, your company, your thoughts, your prayers for when those in the commentary booth go missing, and also for the adventures that we have seen here at the Mania League. Along with me today, especially for this said All-Star break, is going to be none other than the guest GMs. They're going to be managing their upcoming teams in what is arguably the most important game of their life. We haven't really told them this information, but they know it in their hearts to be absolutely true. Joining along with me for the first game is going to be some wonderful people in the commentary headquarters over here in Mr. Waffle and the legendary Aaron, or Jokebreaker, here in the Discord. First off, welcome to you both. Hopefully you've been having a good day so far.
Yeah, I've been having a great day. My day has been great.
Heck yeah.
It's about to be even better.
An absolutely wonderful day. I'm here. I'm ready to root for my team, the Mariners. Let's go.
Yep, exactly. Speaking of the Mariners, let's actually take a quick segue into your matchups tonight, because that was absolutely what we were looking for. Tonight's All-Star rosters are voted by you as the community members to bring us a collection of gamers that you felt were truly worth their talent and have shown true All-Star potential this upcoming season. Two patterns have emerged from this. Number one, Jesus Christ, you guys dick righted the New York Mets as a part of this season. My God. There are 6 of the 9 people from the...
Yeah, so I only knew of the players on my team. I didn't know I actually had the Mets.
Yeah. So basically, when you said the Mariners, you're wrong. You're actually the New York Mets, basically.
I see. Gotcha.
As pointed out in the Discord server, it is the New York Mets and friends, essentially. And your roster, of course, Aaron, is going to be not the actually New York Mets. Yours is actually going to be the Mushroom Kingdom itself. So you've got Sans Undertale. No, I had that correctly. Blame myself. It's been a long day today for some reason. You've got them. Bowser Kingdom is going to be managed by none other than Waffle, who you've put together your eloquent lineup. And Waffle, I'm going to start with you here. I want you to talk to me a little bit about your upcoming matchup against Aaron and how you feel about your chances knowing who you have. Toadette did not make the cut. I know that was devastating to hear.
Chat, why didn't you upvote Toadette? Chat, why didn't you upvote Toadette? Can you stop taking L's? Come on, man.
You know what? Yeah, I can't disagree with that. And
fight you, Waffle.
You know what? Sometimes Dax has got to go for the heel move, and we respect it. You know, in France, they don't really get a lot of those moments to be able to be the heels. They're usually known as the jobbers. That's only a wrestling joke that several people will get in the channel.
I got that reference.
Thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. And with that, you do have a very fun lineup. Several me's that you brought to the table: Bootleg, Heisenberg, Sands, and Pablo Sanchez. Several of them not notable batting. However, they really have been excelling on the field this season. And I don't know how much you've really tuned in on a passionate level. I know you have experience with these CPU on CPU leagues that are there, but I want to hear about your 2 cents on how you feel about your chances for today's lineup for you.
There's no such thing as chance. We're just going to win.
Oh,
like, it's 100%,
okay.
100% of the time. There's no doubt.
All right.
If they don't win, they don't get paid. So like,
you know what? That's entirely fair.
It's like,
yeah, salaries, benefits.
$0 if you lose.
No, see, here's the thing. Salaries, benefits, and everything is sole custody of the general managers this upcoming season. So here's the thing. As the All-Star GMs, you have to pay every single player out of your individual pockets. And if you don't, I'm not legally liable if you have a situation such as King Boo haunting you for the rest of your life here on this forsaken planet. So,
well, it's either they win or they get paid in like Denny's meal tickets. So I don't know.
And
I mean, they can eat a Denny's together if they lose, to cheer themselves up.
yeah, and speaking of, this segment brought to you by Denny's. Denny's, we've had a couple of them this season. That's what they wrote down for us, okay? Fire the marketing people at Denny's. Don't fire us, okay? Just making sure that's perfectly clear. So we're going to get our game prepared in just a few moments here, but before we jump a little bit deeper into it, you guys have gotten to watch the Mario Mania League, and it's important to also distinguish that in this matchup tonight, we do have the very, very important playoffs coming up after these two games, which I hope to see you guys there as viewers afterward. But this All-Star game has been an encapsulation of just some of the All-Star performances that we've seen of this season. Is there anybody that stood out to you that you would like to particularly highlight? And it could be even not in the conference you're the general manager for, that you personally like this season.
Yeah, I'll give a highlight to Toadette, even though she's not in the All-Stars game.
Yeah. You know what?
I mean, she's
completely valid.
Yeah.
I would like to give a good highlight to my man Red Toad. In another universe, in another time, in another dimension, Red Toad served me well on a team that I once may or may not have owned. He was really the greatest of all time. He was my man, my GOAT.
Yeah. Well, I got to say, with that prior experience outside of this conference, I think it would be very exciting if the door ever opened for another general manager here to see your insight. Waffle, I think just in general, you would just be a joy to see what you do.
Aw, thank you.
I got you.
Thank you.
I got you. So, well, we're going to get the game going in just another moment. I'm just prepping everything on my side here. But, Chad, I obviously feel free to provide your input. Also, Froggy Dojo with the 39 months, by the way. Wow. God, we have really been around here for a long time, haven't we? Jesus. All right. The game is getting ready. The players are almost set. And we will get going in just a few. But before that point... Oops. Why is that not... Hold, please. My Wii controller is having some issues choosing the inning count.
While you're setting up, I saw in the chat, Typh said, "I like Waffle's reasoning he gave for his batting lineup." Should I share?
Absolutely share that. Yes,
okay,
yes, please do.
Okay. So I'm just gonna read verbatim what I sent to Typhla Quill and all of their reasons. Okay, so number 1 on the batting order, Weird Al. He's on Glitzville Glamour and he made Amish Paradise, so he takes first, no contest. Number 2, Wiggler. He's your GOAT, because this message is sent to Typhla Quill, so he gets to go next, to make Typh happy. Number 3, King K. Rool. He's one of my friend's favorite characters, and after being low tier in Smash Ultimate, he needs a W. He needs a high batting order. Number 4, Luigi. So he's a reliable guy that everyone likes, and I can't deny that. But after all those 0 to deaths in Smash Ultimate, he can't be too close to the front. It's a punishment for all the times I had to watch him pull off that 0 to death.
Exactly.
Number 5, Red Pianta. I don't like Piantas all that much, but a strong performance like Glitzville Glamour makes me bump him up a lot. Number 6, Bowser. He told that one penguin that he didn't yield, so I'm forcing him to yield to a low spot.
Oh my God.
Number 7, Fire Bro. Hey yo, he's fire, bro. Number 8, Vito. Peter said, "I did not care for The Godfather. It insists upon itself. I think we should respect Peter's wishes." And number 9, Green Paratrooper, because his real name is Cloud. Sorry, Spargo. And that's the reasoning I gave for all of my batting orders.
Sounds good. Well, this is a good transition. Can you tell me a little bit about what was the motivation behind your batting lineup this upcoming matchup? Aaron, that is. Sorry, I should be more clear. Aaron, sorry. Aaron, can you tell me more?
Well, I have a very organized batting lineup. So we start with all of our Miis. We got Heisenberg, we got Sands, and Pablo. This is a tight core They have come from the Creativerse, the Miiverse, if you will. They are all here channeling their respective characters. Heisenberg, of course, our lead man, because he's the one. He say his name. Then we have Sans, hoping to give our people give the enemy team a bad time, and followed by quite possibly the most legendary baseball player, Pablo Sanchez. I'm assuming that's Pablo Sanchez from the Backyard Sports.
Oh, of course.
Fame.
Yeah.
It was only appropriate that that's basically all that he's known for is baseball. And I ventured to guess the reason he chose the Mario Mania League was primarily sourced in the fact that what else was he going to do? He was kind of jobless for a couple of years at this point.
And then, staggering the Miis, we have our cleanup, Petey Piranha. Petey Piranha, I've seen great things in many of these leagues. And I want to believe that he'll be able to work off the back of these Miis to really get the goal scoring going.
Heck yeah.
Following Petey Piranha, we have the Triple B. King Boo, Bootleg, and Blooper. I mean, that's a pretty great lineup. I'd say that they got 3 B's in their name, man.
I think
the Triple B.
There's the Better Business Bureau, and then there's this Triple B, which is going to be everybody's Triple B going forward here. I think that's very well worth the argument there.
We got King Boo. 2 big hitters right after each other, Petey Piranha and King Boo. I've seen that King Boo has a lot of RBIs this season. I just glanced at that. I'm pretty sure.
You can't have one without the other. King Boo and Petey Piranha, they're inseparable.
Oh yeah. Followed by Bootleg, going right after another Boo, and then Blooper. That's the rounding out the Triple B, and then Daisy. She's there.
Hi, I'm Daisy.
Daisy is indeed there. That's a great way.
Daisy is there, and then my man Red Toad, last in line. If all else fails, I know Red Toad will cinch points for the team. He is the anchor of the lineup.
Is Blooper like a boo, like in their heart? Like, is that why they're part of the Triple Bs?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Oh, you know what? That's beautiful. That's poetic.
All right, thank you for your patience, you two. The players are having a bit of friendly banter between one another before they enter the stage. So, we are just getting things ready to go. We may have to do a small pivot on the inning structure. We will have to see. I'm going to try one more thing on my side, and then we'll see what's there. But I want to throw something over to you guys in the meantime while players are still kind of continuing their banter. We're going to be going into next week with some potential trophies to give out for MVPs and best batters and all of that stuff here. I want to hear you guys make your case. Who do you think has truly been the MVP this season? Waffle, I don't think you're allowed to say Toadette in this one.
What? That's cheating. That's cheating. That's literally no. This is like this is like saying Mr. Game & Watch is not allowed to up B out of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's my GOAT right there. All right. Well, I guess I might as well play by the rules. I know Lightning McQueen had a very good season. I know Pablo Sanchez is he's the baseball. King Boo, one of the big hitters on the N3 York Mets. Bowser, always like the best, the GOAT of his team. And I, you know what, I like all. I mean, it's no secret I like everyone on the Glitzville Glamours. If I can't say Toadette, okay, I will say Toadette. Like, I'm gonna Toadette by a mile. But like, if she literally does not exist, I will say Weird Al.
Okay. I mean, Weird Al has had some pretty clutch moments this season. I don't dispute that at all. Aaron, what about you?
All right. I have not seen any of the games this season, nor do I know any of the players on the other teams. I just know this all-star team that has been assembled. I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say Luigi. Luigi, next question.
I think that's a very supportable fact, honestly. He's had a couple of good clutch moments as well for his team. Looks like we're gonna have a small shift. It looks like the players are ready, but we're gonna have a small change to the design of the game. So just disclaiming to you guys, you are going to see us play a 5-inning matchup instead of a 9-inner. But just for the fun of it, we might throw a second game up on there, bearing the time that is available to that. Oh, we got an update here. Oh, never mind. Hold on. We have a tech update. Thank you for your patience, chat. We're still working on it. The rest of the games are pretty much ready to go. We just have one small hiccup.
It's okay. Tech problems are always a thing. Anytime they come up.
I exclusively blame Rumpton. No, I'm kidding. I don't actually blame anybody here. I do also want to throw one more thing out while I'm getting this ready here to both of you. Aaron, you haven't had a lot of time to really check out the season this year, have you?
No, I have not.
So do you know who Acorns is? Does that name ring a bell by chance?
No. Okay,
so Acorns is a fellow co-commentator, and he's been wanting to be in the booth with me for pretty much all of this time. He has since been missing since week 1. What we're speculating to be a possible kidnapping. There's a me by the name of Lightning McQueen that may have taken it here. From your uninformed opinion, what do you think is going on over here?
Well, so this Acorns fella, he's been gone, just gone, right?
Just gone.
He's gone.
Just
Reduced
gone.
to atoms.
Yep. That's pretty much it. Yep. We have no trace. We speculated that we had to have some money transferred. We tried to do that, and it also failed. So that's kind of a bummer.
Did you try calling their phone?
No. Should I?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Frank, what is this subscription notification? I've been supporting this channel for 6 years and not one time have you sent me feet. No, not feet pics. I want feet in a box. First off, that sounds illegal. Second off, Frank, are you okay? And have you had human contact with anybody in the last 6 months?
Is Frank ever okay? Let's be real. Anyways, I believe Lightning McQueen is innocent. I've seen all 3 movies, and I know he would not be the type to just kidnap someone like that without good reason.
Yeah, Lightning McQueen has 5 piston cups. I don't think he needs ransom money.
Yeah, no, like he's rich.
Good point.
He's rich. He does not. He would never ask for money.
But yeah, I think
celebrity.
I think the phone thing. I think that should have been maybe the first thing people tried.
I mean, I wanted to call him, but it didn't sound that fun.
Yeah, I mean, nobody calls anyone these days. They just text.
Well, there's nothing more fun than securing the safety of a life. You know.
You know what? That's a very good argument. But I raised that argument with, it was too expensive.
Yeah, personally...
that tracks.
All right.
The life-saving industry for the competitive side, not the casual side.
All right. So we have to do a remote feed for this. You can check it out in our channel. It's what Typh is streaming right now for you gamers, Aaron Waffle. The game is ready to go. We've got a top of the 9, or rather, not top of the 9. We got a 9-inning all-star game ready to rock and roll. The game is all set, and we are ready to get things rolling. Feel free to chime in when you see some of your favorite players provide their best level of action and support. We'll throw a prediction in the channel coming up shortly for that.
Weird Al has already made it to first base. Wiggler, does not get out. We're already loading up the bases.
Bowser Kingdom is the one that starts us off with the setup here. So thanks to King K. Rool, who's had a pretty monstrous season so far. Got off to a bit of a cold stint, but now has since risen to the top.
He's a big hitter, but he didn't hit high, but he's he made it to first base in time. We got 3 people on the base now. A home run from Luigi could be really slick, but as long as he doesn't get out, we have 0 outs. So I think we're in a pretty good spot, even if he doesn't hit a home run. All right.
Run scores thanks to that base hit single.
Bowser Kingdom already has 1 on the board.
So this
is a pretty advanced strategy we like to call giving false hope.
Agreed. The fascinating
it's 1 point.
The fascinating situation that we have with this All-Star game is that because it's a conglomerate of some of people's favorite players and best performers from this season, we have a bit of a sticky situation that there may not be that level of synergy that many of these GMs have been working very hard to craft over the time.
Yeah, every time I saw a game, it's always just like 3 outs, like almost immediately. People jumping high in the sky because of the good chemistry. Now I don't see a lot of that. I'm not seeing a lot of that right now. So this might be a high-scoring game.
Fair ball gets another base hit single, and yes, it does show as the Wildwoods 1-uppers because of the captain. But just to make this perfectly clear, Bowser Kingdom starts us off with an insanely hot note of 4-0.
All right.
Kicking us off here, first pitch strike for Daisy to get things going. Oh, wait a second, that might be slow enough. No, that was close though.
Triple play.
Very, very close.
Oh, we had it red there. Little slow on the uptake, but that'll do it.
Oh, hit it right to Sands. All right.
Well, this is a great transition to ask you a quick question about the Mushroom Kingdom for you, Aaron. I need to know what was the pep talk like before they entered the grand stage today? Did you give your team any words of wisdom or motivational conversations besides we won't pay you if you don't succeed?
That was pretty much all they all seemed pretty worried about that. I told them, you win, you get paid. It's that simple.
That's great to know. And Waffle, what about you? What was your motivational pep talk you were giving to your team prior to the big All-Star game today?
My motivation is, all right, we're Bowser. We're Bowser Kingdom. We're the best kingdom that's ever been created. We've got all of the slickest people, and we're gonna win. We're gonna win this. We're gonna win this for Toadettes.
So coincidentally, I also gave a motivational pep talk today to the umpires. If you're curious what that pep talk looked like, I don't think I can show you on stream what that looked like because we were making sure that they were going to do their job today or else they were going to get thrown into the lava. Yeah, big skyrocket from PD Piranha.
That is out of there. The jump is not enough to stop the high ball from PD Piranha.
That ball launched into the stratosphere. You saw Vito and Luigi, who have been known to work very well together on the Goon Squad, not able to get there just in time. So, as stated by Dex in the chat, Classic Peter is indeed underway. Coming up is King Boo. Quite a few off-field home runs that they've had this season. And they were still too slow by the end of it to not make it over to first, even though there was 2 throws in place.
If you guys get one more out, we could end the first inning with a pretty close score on 4-3. Makes me very excited for the future ratings, and we got another out.
And another use case for why Red Pianta was your all-star selection. That great sensational diving play was more than well worth it. As a reminder, this is a 9-inning game. We've usually been doing 5-inning games throughout this season. This time around, changing it up a little bit for the adventure and the fun.
We got Cloud Strife with his big-ass sword. Make it safely to first base.
And the big sword does end up paying off with a good base hit single to start us off. Here comes Weird Al Yankovic.
Oh, Daisy. What's Daisy gonna do?
Flowers.
Quick short pop fly to Petey Pirano. Should be an easy cinch. No item play behind, so this should be easy to go. And we're through 1 inning. And you can tell the frustration and exhaustion is already there for Daisy.
Daisy is only so tired after 1 inning.
That's what 4 allowed runs does you, but she's making absolutely sure that 4 runs doesn't happen again.
Yeah, you can see the defensive power has really been coming to play. And that's something the GMs and I kind of observed, is that a lot of your selections were not quite driven by the runs that they scored in. Even though it helps to see King K. Rool line shot that just over.
Speaking of run.
Doesn't need to run the bases. He can send his little pompous walk as he tails out right into a blue Noki over in the second row. May want to check on her eyes after that. But good 2-run shot to extend the lead.
She's fine. She's probably happy that she got hit in the face from the baseball of such a prestigious player as King K. Rool. She's his biggest fan. Trust.
Good ball, but directly to Pablo Sanchez is going to wrap up this inning. But we see another good score from the Wildwoods 1-uppers. We're going to go to the Ceresaland Sandstorm, a.k.a. Mushroom Kingdom, up next. Blooper, a fairly recent starter and acquisition, is really kind of taken to the charts very quickly for their sensational performance out in left field this season.
Instant out, not fast enough. Just barely not fast enough to get to first base.
Kind of seems fishy that something that can float can't just hover to the base.
Yeah, that's a great question, because then how do you know if they're actually out or not?
That's true. That's true.
I think one of the tentacles just has to reach down and touch the base.
There's my man Red Toad striking out. Keeping it honest.
Yeah, Red Toad, of course, starting our season with a amazing Grand Slam, or AKA a Denny's, to be able to basically set up their team for success and key some pretty sensational road work for them this year.
That was good defense from Bowser Kingdom, but we still got 7 innings to go. Anything can happen.
Yeah, the game is only beginning as Red Pianta gets us started out with a shot just short to get into Bootleg's hands.
That's okay. That was a warm-up batting. That was warm-up. Bowser clearly will not make that same mistake. Why would he do that?
That ball will land in front of Blooper, not before they take a banana to the face, and I think that was the second one. Not quite clear what that second hit was.
Jump for it. Petey wanted that ball.
Even with the star power, that's not going to matter. That ball is going high, carrying deep, but the synergy was not there, or they didn't want to go for it.
They got cold feet. It was two. They were two out. They couldn't. They couldn't do the inputs in time.
Cold feet, cold tentacles, something to that event got cold, because that is a risky mistake, as that's run number 8 now for the for the Bowser Kingdom.
Bowser Kingdom's up to a great start, but we can't count the Mushroom Kingdom yet. They might just be bagging, and it's Pablo Sanchez time to pitch. Yeah, this leads me to a question I have about Pablo. Is this? Because I know earlier in the chat Dax said he's a child. I thought I thought this was the time. Isn't this the time skip version of Pablo?
Adult
Pablo.
These are great questions, and in our documentation for every player, we distinctly don't do documentation, so we have no idea what their actual age is.
All right, the lead is big, but here's where we make the comeback.
The Optimism Station has entered in. We'll see if this will continue.
Oh, yeah.
Always a good start to see a base hit single to get things started out for the Mario Mania League All-Star Game. Once again, presented by Denny's. No, we're not actually sponsored, but if you want to go there, that would be kind of cool.
I think I've eaten at a Denny's like once. It's the breakfast place, right? They have breakfast.
That's correct.
food.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I've eaten there once. It was, they have really good pancakes and waffle. Like,
Oh my God.
I was really hungry, so I really appreciate.
Whoa!
And it is just yet again too high.
Petey Piranha launched that, and I said Stratosphere last time. This one was Ionosphere. It almost looked like they didn't even mistime it. It was literally too high for them to get to.
It was out of range. Wait, is the atmosphere higher than the stratosphere, or is
It goes. It's I forget the first one, but then the second is Stratosphere, then it's Ionosphere, and then I can't remember the third one. But what I do remember is this ball carrying high and deep to the warning track, which should be a quick pickup for Vito.
Oh!
Almost.
Just not making it.
Yep.
Right after he caught it.
Chat, this
Vito
is.
took one for the team there.
Yeah, and forgive me, chat, I did fail to mention something valuable to you guys. Something that I would like to highlight is that we have what we're going to call performance-enhancing drugs that we have given to two particular players, aka the most highly voted players on both of your teams. PD Piranha is one of them, so he gets the special star of approval, which is, well, we're not going to tell you what's in it, but you can tell it's definitely bringing some zingers out for it.
We live in a dark timeline, but we're openly admitting to giving steroids to our best players just to make them better.
It is the Mario Mania
For our
League.
entertainment.
If that is what it takes to win, so be it.
So at that point, why not just give everyone steroids? Do we not have enough budget for that?
Well, speaking of that, the other player is K-Rool, and for budget, I'm not in the wise words of the former GM of the Mario Mania League, which was still me. We're not made of money, so it is pretty costly to be able to do that. There, Waffle.
It's unfortunate. Maybe in the far future, the Mario Mania League, we can get open up a lemonade stand or something. We could raise.
Well, what you can open up is another zinger. That thing's gonna ding the top of the scoreboard. And look at that thing fly. K-Rool home run number 2, and you can see the positive mushrooms we've given to both players has indeed provided some ample skill. 10-6 as we go into out number 1 and Luigi up next.
Both K-Rool and Petus Piranhas have been just getting home run after home run every inning, man. What's in those steroids? Oh my god.
This is what we call an offensive shootout.
And of course, with an all-star game, you do kind of hope to see a situation like that, which is why I was a little bit nervous about the rosters that we had for the all-star game. But then I remembered the Mario Mania League doesn't have any schmucks over here except for Yoshi, especially if you asked Rumpton.
Come on, Pablo, catch Bowser looking.
I think Yoshi's like the team captain, right? So he has to manage the team. He has to give them pep talks. He has to do whatever team captains do when they're
double play. I think that's 2 innings ended on double plays.
Always a nice hand to give that a 4-6-3 to wrap things up. So we go to double digits for, well, the Bowser Kingdom. And let's see what they bring now.
I didn't realize we got an even number of runs every inning so far.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I haven't even noticed that either. Base it, double to start things off.
Double. Makes it.
Wiggler finally getting to a little bit frustrated.
Oh, we're not switching batters just yet. He's got one more in him.
Come on, Red Toad. Nice.
Nice short
Clean
line
single.
shot out there and a bit of a risky maneuver. They
Will
went
Daisy
to go with...
make it? Oh no, she's
Daisy,
got to run for it.
Run!
She's safe. She makes it.
Close,
Yeah,
but no cigar.
That image of like King K, like just running from that King K rule. Just a giant beefy crocodile coming to get you.
Ooh, tough one for... Oh, I thought that was going to make it. Vito is lucky enough to be able to get there, though. Sans Undertale with one out. Looking to see if he can keep the streak going. And that's looking promising if it stays fair, and it sure does!
Ball. An RBI for Sans.
Want to definitely see a replay of this one. You watch that ball, and I mean... I can't stress this enough.
God.
You couldn't put that over to the right any further without that being foul. So what a great placement from Sans Undertale.
Just barely saved. Do you think he used his like Undertale powers to do that?
I think he turned that ball blue and sent it right to the corner.
If you've tried to do Pacifist Run, that's exactly the encapsulation of how I feel inside when I would try that.
Bullet bill incoming, Pablo.
Ah, I couldn't see that bullet bill coming. He got baited by it.
1, 2, that's an easy double play for Red Pianta. Another defensive powerhouse over here. And we finally see the odd run this time for you.
Yeah, Thrastle and Sandstorm, they only have one inning where they've even for runs, and that's the second inning.
And my God, Fire Bro is going to carry that one high, but finally a robbery happens.
That time the blooper goes up.
They said it was going to happen once, but not twice.
How ironic that they were stopped by the Fire Bro, was stopped by the water enemy.
You know what they say,
Ironic.
Pokemon. Coming up now is Vito to the plate. Speaking of, if you're interested in Pokemon, we do have a Cobblemon server. Patching and updating was delayed to tomorrow, but do keep an eye out on that. We're going to be updating to the latest version of Cobblemon very soon.
Shoutouts to Pokemon.
Oh my God, and speaking of shoutouts, Green Paratroopa!
Another one!
Cloud
Up
Stripe.
and down!
Cloud Stripe, just another denied. Another. Hate to see it.
Classic teamwork from Heisenberg and Blooper.
What was the Blooper duo? They got. You know, you can't have one without the other. They're such a dynamic duo. Can't stop them. And we hit it right to Petus.
Petus Piranhaeus with the successful outiest of the fifth inningest.
No run inning.
Yeah, first washout for Bowser Kingdom. This might be opportunity for Mushroom.
You've got to be kidding me. He overcharged it, and he still launches that thing.
Oh my God!
Petey, not 1, not 2, but 3 home runs that are just skyrocketed out of here, like as if he was scared to even talk to him. He said, "Get the hell out of here."
Yeah, Petus is on his game today. That's like his 3rd home run. That's crazy.
Of course, the new New York Mets, the team to potentially beat the, well, relatively surging Star Road Superstars going into the playoffs. Winning 13 games this year was no feat of, or it was a feat of its own.
Vito, once again, catching the ball just frames before getting hit, showing off his dedication to the team.
Bit of an early charge as well from Blooper. Not sure what they were really expecting for that one.
Ooh. Do you think Blooper, because he was facing off his like boss right there. His boss was pitching the ball to him. Do you think he was just like a little scared and that threw him off?
That there's a potential for that, but also too, technically the boss that they're reporting to now is their general manager, and they're pretty open on what they're able to do with each and every player as long as it meets the Geneva Convention guidelines.
Yeah, but outside of the baseball game, he still works for Bowser, right? Like, he still gets his daily pay, his salary from Bowser outside of baseball. Do you think that was why he was a little nervous there?
Well, what you should be nervous about is another zinger from, oh my God, King K. Rool just launching that all the way into the bleachers practically from the first row.
Yeah, this might be the early days of Smash Ultimate because nobody knows how to stop K. Rool.
Yeah,
he just keeps winning.
Yeah, much like how I used to say to Dylan that all of his characters should be nerfed. I think that we need to be considering nerfing King K. Rool if they keep hitting a home run just like that. And maybe tagging on another one? No.
Speaking of characters that needed to be nerfed in Smash Ultimate's lifetime, not in baseball though.
Easing up on those performance enhancements.
They may start to wear down. We don't know. Keep in mind, most of our standard games this year have indeed been 5 innings in a series of 3 games, but... Oh! Well...
Nice. Close out.
Red Pianta just a little too slow.
One more out will be the end of the inning. And then we'll be on our last 3 innings after this.
Is that ball gonna stay fair?
Foul.
That was too far off to the side.
Nice shot from Bowser's gonna clear left center gap and get a base hit single with 2 outs.
Alright, we got Bowser on the base. Let's see if Big Pappy can get like a few and get a good hit on this ball. Just
I think he's definitely gonna get a good hit. That ball looks like it's gonna stay fair. No, it clears at the last second.
Barely foul. Woo.
Barely out of bounds.
This time opting for a bit of contact rather than launching that to the stratosphere as well. Time for Vito to understand his assignment. Coming off a 1 home run this season. We'll see if he'll be able to continue his trend.
Vito doesn't get out. Oh, just barely.
The fact that the throw to second base has landed this many people out at first has just really thrown me for a loop, to be honest with you.
Yeah, if they were just a little slower, we might have rounded the bases. Unfortunately, that opportunity was denied.
Yeah, yet another early charge from Daisy this time. We'll see what Red Toe is going to bring to the conversation. Also known as Road for some of our fellow friends here in the community.
Oh yeah, Rocky Road. That's what I call him.
Rocky Road, good base hit single. And Walter, the one who knocks, is up to the plate.
The one who knocks.
Wait, is that actually what he's called? Like in the show, do they call him
Canonically, the name is actually Walter White, but the drug kingpins would call him Heisenberg, is the lore behind that if you have not watched Breaking Bad.
No, like does Heisenberg like have a subtitle of the one who knocks? Like,
well, it's a statement that he makes, which is really funny because in the context, he's basically just being an egotistical asshole to his wife. But the fact is that he basically just goes, do you think, who makes the big choices around here? And just basically goes, do you think I'm in danger and someone's going to come knocking at our door? And he goes, I am the one who knocks.
That sounds like, you know what? That sounds...
That's a mark of confidence.
Yeah. It's like he got quote tweeted on Twitter and he didn't know how to write the tweet, so he just smugly be like, yeah, you know what? I'm the one who knocks. Yep,
basically.
That's what that sounds like.
Yeah, I think he would be notorious for his ego being up there in the same level of Crypto Bros. In fact, I think they should spin off a show where Walter White is just doing crypto rug pulls. That should be the strat.
I mean, do you think, would Walter White be the type of person to get into crypto?
No doubt in my mind. I think if you were struggling with cancer, like, that would be the easiest way to get that. Wait a second! Bounce off the wall. Weird Al maybe making the effort go back to home, but he's going to stay back at third.
It looked like Walter was going to catch that for a second. That's crazy.
Wait, I'm not even kidding you. I think Breaking Bad could literally just be about crypto rug pulls because Jesse could just explain to Walter White what happened. As we're so focused on this Breaking Bad spin-off show, the great double play from Petey Prano, who's had quite a few of his own double plays this season. Wait, Saul, wait a minute. Saul would run the scheme operation. I love this. Hold on. Somebody write this down. We're pitching it to the creators.
It does sound like something Saul Goodman would do.
You deserve
if
justice.
If they're not against drug dealing, like, why would they stop at crypto, you know?
Comes Petey Piranha.
3 home runs already to the day. Lets the first one pass along, but that early charge I stated was a concern earlier. That is no longer a concern. That ball is just gone.
That's not a foul.
Not foul. Dang, barely in.
Welcome to today's show. The Petey Piranha just dings it into the second row. What in the world is going on?
Second row on a curve.
His team the home run they need to catch up. They're only 2 points behind now.
Much like I know Frank does in his personal home, that was an upper decker that we just saw. Those of you that don't know what that is, don't worry about it.
The best part is they started with 2 home runs. They haven't gotten a single out. They could very well get some more points if we slack on the defense.
Good.
The ball has been made invisible, turning a single to a
They
double.
can't find the ball, and King Boo's running to the plate.
King Boo's running, but can he get there?
Oh!
He can!
Oh! With the
Oh
disappearing
my
act,
God,
not once,
that's
but twice.
Insane. Dude, that was some crazy Boo play.
Boo magic being used on the field in force.
The Boo family just like put in all of their efforts to make this comeback. And that was Bootler. That did the first Boo disappearing. That's the Boo difference.
Clean execution sets up the opportunity for Blooper to potentially. Oh, still not going to get there in time. But the good news is this ball game is very, very tight. 12-11 right now, and the rivalry of the captains, Daisy and Bowser.
If Bootleg makes it to home base, they can tie up the game.
Wait a minute. Hold
If
on.
he's got to get there, he gets there.
Oh!
That ball was close. That ball almost tied this ball game, ladies and gentlemen and MBs.
Almost a mythical pitcher home run.
Well, almost counts in horseshoes cut, man.
You know what? That was pretty good, actually. Waffle, that was actually pretty good.
Chance for Rocky Road. Let's see if he can do it.
The early charges of this team are really throwing me for a loop. The most I've seen all season. And that one is not going to extend. Fire Bro with another great, well, technically diving effort, but we'll just say a little fire ring.
Fire magic.
His magical fire magnets.
Ball game is looking pretty tough so far. Pablo Sanchez a bit flustered out there, but this is going to be Bowser Kingdom now, seeing what they have to take. Aaron, what do you think is going to need to happen for you guys to win to the next 2 innings?
I think we just need to clean up our defense a little bit more. This pitcher actually that's coming in, it's Bootleg to close this game out, allow no more points, and we're gonna win.
As you say that,
this is ball for a flying foul to the
okay.
left.
You know, it's funny. All of my team's points have either been 4 or 2, while all of Aaron's points have either been 1 or 3.
Wow.
Oh,
miscommunication, but rare miscommunication between Blooper and Walter White.
Yeah, second time that's happened today where there's a bit of a puzzling case, but at least it was not a home run. But this might be because we wanted to give the home run to this guy, Firebro, a big acquisition for the team so far. We'll see if that pays off. Glamours, we're not able to make the playoffs, but that was a good choice. Bad dash.
This is the ball.
That's going to score maybe an insurance run.
Enough time. Big fumble from Walter there. You know what? Maybe it was the crypto getting to his head. He's too busy thinking about his crypto money.
Jesse, what is an NFT?
Jesse, we need to mine the bitcoins.
Nice base hit. It's going to be another
Walter
run
just
scored.
Exploded.
Keep in mind, chat, that this is 0 outs right now. and looking like there's no sign to stop.
When there's a will, there's a way.
Jesse, I invested into Hawk Tua coin and I lost everything.
Okay, wait. In this Breaking Bad like revival spin-off show, would the Hawk Tua girl be like an actual character in the show, like to hop on the trends, like like the director hopping on current day trends?
100%. Another double play from PD Piranha. This has been a good trend that he's also had this season, where his diving play has extended him to land onto second and create his own double play out of that situation. But that's not going to help this case, though. Vitos does manage to score, leaving it now for K-Roll, looking for yet another home run to his repertoire. Line drive! It's out of here!
Oh, that's the first moment where he got more than 4 points. Mushroom Kingdom's going to have to do a lot of catching up in these last 3 innings, but, you know, when there's a will, there's a way.
You could have put 2 supersonics out there and they wouldn't have caught that ball in time. That line drive was interstellar.
I mean, our last pitcher, PD Piranha. PD Piranha wants to get paid, so he's gonna get out there himself and end it.
PD Piranhas has really good pitching speed, but when Luigi manages to hit the ball.
Frank, that's on my to-do list to watch Pluribus, not watch
already-
Succession. Yeah, it took one pitch. He threw his heart out on that first one, and then he said, nah, not doing so great.
He used up all of his meter on that one pitch. That's crazy. Why would you do that, Petus? Maybe, you know, he's a great batter. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Bit of a risky move having Luigi tail back. Let's see what Bowser can do now. 2 outs, 2 on base right now. There is no mercy rule if it really needs to extend that plot. And I don't think it's going to matter. That ball is carrying high, far, deep, and not quite upper decker like in Frank's toilet, but this one is going to get out of here into the bleachers.
Wait, what does the phrase upper decker have to do with Frank's toilet?
Okay, so we're going to explain it because why wouldn't we? So, Waffle, I want you to imagine that I want you to imagine how you take a normal poop, right? Okay, so you've got that in your brain.
Okay.
All right, I want you to imagine that you don't do that, but instead you sit on the top where like the water like it funnels out, that like little spot up there above the toilet. I want you to imagine that you sat on top of there and then pooped to have that giant splash happen. From that. That's why they call it an upper decker, because you're basically pooping from a high angle to drop it.
Why would anyone do that? That's gross.
I don't really know the origin of it, but ever since I've known about it, it's just been a very funny thing to know that that's a thing that some college kid has absolutely done at some point.
Ew. By the way, while we were talking, we extended our number of points to 9 because of Bowser's home run.
Yeah, the fact that 9 runs came in was unbelievable, and there's only 6 outs now that the Mushroom Kingdom has to potentially counter.
Isn't the mercy rule like a 10-point? Is it more than 10
Yeah,
points?
so we turned. Wait a minute.
Oh.
The mercy rule.
Oh no, the mercy
the last
rule was
inning.
on. That's on me. I did not advise Type. I know that you helped us out with that. I did not tell you to turn that off. That's on me. By mercy rule, though, the Bowser Kingdom manages to beat the Mushroom Kingdom by a span of 10 runs because of an interstellar performance, and well deserved. King K. Rool did indeed have a crazy performance on that, though.
I hella agree with the game here. That K. Rool main was insane. Maybe if he goes back to Smash Ultimate, he'll be top tier again. Who knows?
Could be the case.
That was a great All-Star game, though.
Great showing from both teams. Unfortunately, my logical ruse of the team not getting paid did not work in our favor. They are still getting paid. It was a lie. It was all lies just to make them play better.
They'll get paid in Denny's meals. They'll get a free breakfast with each other.
Not only will they getting paid cash money, they will also be getting the Denny's meal ticket. I paid out of my own pocket to send this wonderful team of all-stars to Denny's.
That's impressive.
You know what?
And good on you for
Good
having such
idea.
a great respect for the players then in that case.
Maybe I should send my team to Denny's too.
I think
Oh.
that everybody deserves Denny's after that. I mean, goodness gracious, Waffle, you literally just stomped Aaron at this point. I'm surprised, Aaron, you're not trying to run over to Waffle and smack him in the face because we're physically in a booth together right now.
No, I'm a very humble person.
Okay.
I accept this loss. Did we lose? Yes. Did we score 11 points at least? Yes.
Yeah, you know what? I can agree. Peter
Some baseball games don't even go over 5 points. Some baseball games, 3 points are scored.
Yep.
This was a 21-11 all-star game, and I think that's very entertaining for the fans. Dingers were met. Balls were sent into the upper orbit.
Yeah,
I don't
agree.
I don't think you
This
can
was a
complain about
great
that.
showing from both teams.
Absolutely.
I agree with that. Great home runs from both sides and lots of like hectic plays and you know what? That was I love baseball, man. I'm the biggest baseball fan now. I'm the slickest baseball fan ever. That game made me love. We also made Breaking Bad.
That's
more
very
true.
true.
Not
That-
every baseball game does that.
And we'll be lookout for the new hit show Breaking Bitcoin. That's going to be coming out here on HBO in the next 2 years. So be on the lookout for that. It'll star all of the same original characters. Saul Goodman will definitely be a part of the crypto empire that we're definitely building. With that in mind, is there any parting words you guys would like to say before we cut to a quick be right back and come back with the playoffs matchups between the Star Road Superstars, the New York Mets, and the Wildwoods One-Uppers and Ohio?
Yeah, you can go first.
All I can say is I wish the best of luck to all of the teams in the playoffs. I hope everyone has a great time, and they don't get their team does not get utterly trounced like my wonderful team of all-stars.
Yeah. Good on that. Well, with that...
Oh.
Go ahead, Waffle. I'm sorry. I cut you
Yeah.
off. My fault.
Yeah, I will say, you know what? That was a great game. Chat, with the sole exception of not picking Toadette, you guys put together a great team for me. That was the slickest game the slickest I'll ever be as a GM. And good luck to the playoff teams. Good luck to both the Wildwoods Whoppers and Ohio on the Bowser side. May the best team win.
All right. We will be right back. Don't go anywhere, chat. We are going to be setting up here for Game 1. Star Road Superstars and the New York Mets start out this matchup. Best of 5 coming at you here in just a moment. And a quick transition brings us back into the world of the exciting level of the Mario Mania League. We've had a lot of exciting opportunities for us this season. The Star Road Superstars, of course, bringing in a night of adventure and excitement. A team that literally went for 13 consecutive wins up until their last matchup, where they did fall to the my gosh, why am I blinking out on this here? I'm sorry. To Ohio, which could be a preview of the World Series matchups we potentially see. On the other side of that coin, the Wildwoods one-uppers face off against the New York Mets and had a bit of an adventure for them. And this could be exciting to see what the performance outcome is going to be. But first, let's pay out your prediction. Second, let's get the game ready to go. And third, I hope that you're ready for some baseball here, chat. Because I gotta tell you, personally speaking, this is going to be phenomenal. New York Mets, Star Road Superstars, going to take to the stage. Players got a chance to choose their stadiums. So, of course, with the Star Road Superstars having the better seed, they opted to go with a tried and true classic, one that they've had some very good performances on this past season in the lands that we know to be Bowser Jr.'s Playroom. And a short base hit's going to get us started off with this one here. This is an important distinction, chat. This is a best-of-5 series. This is not just playing through all 5 games unless absolutely necessary. First team to 3 games is going to win. Advantage does go to the Star Road Superstars for home field advantage. So in this case, we will see, if needed, a potential of up to 3 times that we play on Bowser Jr.'s Playroom. And of course, the recent superstar themselves from the All-Star game, Petey Piranha, coming in fresh and rejuvenated thanks to some technology that we have available to us. In a press release by the New York Mets, leading off to bat is going to be Yoshi for their great performance last week. We'll see if they'll be able to continue it. Once again, this stake is important, chat. This playoff game does dictate the potential for who is going to land into the Mario Mania League Season 2 World Series, and a shot for the GM of choice to get $100 of their own money. High flying ball, easy catch from Grimace. Another recent acquisition thanks to the Star Road Superstars. Nice little pickup for them and a big help. That ball is going to land just shy of a home run. Speaking of Petey, looks like he's going to try to keep that momentum he carried on from last time, but just not enough distance to carry it out. So tough to see Petey, but good to see. You're a Superstars fan. Petey, of course, this season, and of course the All-Star game does not include these statistics, did carry on 8 home runs and 16 RBIs, among some of the league's best we have seen this season. And we're going to switch it up now and go to Sans Undertale to start things out. Star Road Superstars, 426 batting average. A lot of singles, but 1 home run to their name. And a sensational Pow is going to be able to save that one just in the nick of time. Looking to capitalize on the, wow, big shot from Blue Toad. Biggest challenge here at Bowser Jr.'s Playroom is indeed the distance covered for it. You're going to see a lot of players known for their home run capabilities who can't necessarily just launch one out of the sky without the outfield having plenty of time to recover with it. Bootleg out and left. Able to help out his friend Heisenberg. Once again, off the newly launched crypto scam that he's looking to potentially implement after this. More to come on that potentially soon. Thank you once again, everybody that's tuned in. This is going to be a heck of a time. Coming up here is Starfire. Of course, Starfire being a part of a team notorious for some of their offensive capabilities to keep the show on the road and to keep the momentum going. Their key to success being small ball, but so far not being the key to success today. As we go to the lineup here for Blooper up next. Gets us started out with a base hit single to get things going. Bootleg has had a fairly successful season as well. 1 home run to their name, 14 singles, 2 doubles, and looking like another one's going to pop out for this in the playoffs. See with 1 out what King Boo is going to be able to do. King Boo among some of the leaders for slugging percentage. 2 home runs to their name. And a nice line drive should go past Starfire. Koopa's going to be able to extend an extra base. And that's going to be a base hit double for King Boo. Runners in scoring opportunity with only 1 out to their name. Let's see what Heisenberg can do. Heisenberg most notably having a fielding show more than anything else this past season. Heisenberg showing to be a 386 batting average and only 17 singles to their name. Combats that. Tries what they can to make that happen, but no go. As they try to throw it home, expecting for a runner to make the advance, and they don't. So let's see what Steve from Minecraft can bring to the table. And by that I mean the crafting table. Star shot! Sands launched out of frame, but still catches it. That was its own form of tenacity from a Sans Undertale to stay there. Somebody may want to check on his glove after that, though. Diving play from PD should get there comfortably. And we're going to start out with a ground up. Already top of the third. 0 to everybody so far. But that may change as that ball's going high and deep. And it's going to hit off of the snoot of Bowser Jr. And Blue Pianta escapes the 0-0 with a single home run shot. And nice execution. Give the team a lead. Here we go for the Star Road Superstars. Uncommonly known for the home run to be their key success. This may be exactly what they needed. As we kind of talked about in the pre-show, the fact that the New York Mets have been a thorn in the Star Road Superstars side, being one of the only 2 times that they've actually lost a series this season, especially in the first week. This matchup was truly made for the outcomes that we're seeing here today. Big windup from Sans Undertales, opting to let that one be. And a shot that was pretty much already at Pablo Sanchez is going to cinch that one. But not before a bit of damage was done thanks to Blue Pianta. We're going to go 9-1-2 in the batting lineup here for the New York Mets. Pablo Sanchez, wait a second! Might be coming back with his own form of a home run, but was robbed by Starfire. Almost the exact spot that Blue Pianta had it. Opted to just get a quick robbery thanks to that one. And if there's ever a time to try to get better, it's definitely now here in the playoffs. But man, sucks for Pablo Sanchez. But good for the Star Road Superstars looking to try to take game 1. Grounder looked promising to clear. He does manage to just nick in the nick of time. Kukrushka, great right center liner. He's going to stay there, get Yoshi over to second. Runners on first and second as we come out to PD Piranha. Robbed on their first showing, seeing if they can repeat history. That ball's carrying high. It's going deep. But it's not going to be enough as Starfire with another robbery of her own. Ball was looking great. The ball had a lot of height and a lot of distance, but Starfire clearly knowing that she has been through this cycle before. And another one for the New York Mets doesn't advance. Here we go with Blooper. Shot's gonna go over. Bomb just narrowly evades Boomerang Bro before the throw. That's gonna wrap things there. Still 6 outs more for the New York Mets to make the comeback, but now we see ourselves in the battle of the Toads. Base hit single to start things out thanks to Blue Toad. Coming up leisurely is going to be our yellow Pianta friend, looking to see if he can help his fellow brother out. Short shot to center field is going to land just in front of Heisenberg, keep things going. No home runs to Yellow Pianta's name, and with that actually also is Purple Toad, who has no home runs to their name. Doesn't quite matter though. More than plenty of doubles and singles, and almost 600 batting average to boot. You can see the effects from there. Starfire on the different end of the spectrum. 317 batting average, only 11 singles with 2 doubles to her name. Let's see if they can at least add an insurance run. Bases chucked, no outs. Goes to Petey, throws it to home, gets 1. Goes to Starfire, that's 2. They at least advanced 2 runners to second and third, but no runs scored. Grimace passes the first one inside for a strike. Watching that down the middle for 2. Another star pitch from Steve. Not going to go with the third one, but this one, big mistake from Pablo Sanchez. Got bailed out, though, thanks to Blooper. And a bit of fortune favors the bold with that one. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Coming up here is Bootleg. Short shot up the center. It goes right into the glove of Boomerang Bro. And let's see what we can do here. 1 out. King Boo. Looking to see what he can contribute today. And where he can contribute, maybe a long shot. There's going to have to be a sprint from them. They're too late. The ball is out of here. King Boo ties the ball game. And a great right field shot. Purple Toad just too late to connect with Starfire. That ball was right center. They could have evaded it, but that one was perfectly placed for that one. Diving play just misses a bit high on Blue Pianta's glove. And now let's see what Steve from Minecraft can do. Right center shot does land. That's going to move Heisenberg to second and Steve to first with a base hit single. Pablo. Oh, great use of the fire. That extends it and helps him out. Keeps the bases loaded now. We're back to the top of the lineup, and with that top of the lineup becomes Yoshi. Yoshi's story, a bit of a interesting one from a batting perspective this season. Yoshi, being among the bottom 2 for quite some time, has had a fair bit of success. But when praise comes in, comes criticism, as they're going to strand all runners chucked up on base. And here comes our previous home run hitter, Blue Pianta, up to the plate. Looking to see if he can repeat. The Boo excellently placed. The disappearing act does extend the run. And it looks like they're thinking it's time to make a change, and that change is going to be the pitching lineup for Yoshi. Base hit is going to be safe for Blue Pianta over at second. And a big chance now for Boomerang Bro. Not quite as successful behind the plate as his fellow bros, but still a lot to hold. The success is not to be warranted. Short shot goes to Petey. There's 2. Pau does not force it back to Mario for 3, though, so that's 2 outs. But they do hold and remove the chance for an RBI. Oh, but they might have got it just back. Never mind, it's going to go to Blooper. Coming up here for 2 outs, Blue Toad looking to land another base hit, as this is going to be a critical moment here for the Star Road Superstars. Top of the 5th, this is their last chance to retaliate and build a lead. Otherwise, they're going to have to force extended innings on their defense. The Mets are looking a bit frazzled right now. Bases are loaded. And this moment might potentially present itself at a risk. But that ball's going to carry pretty high. That Pow's going to have to be a perfect snipe. No go. We're going to go out number 3. Tie ball game going into the bottom of the 5th. As they say in my Rocket League quick chat days, a close one indeed. Bottom of the 5th. New York Mets do have Petey Piranha coming up, which I will say, from my point of view, I would be mortified if I was the Star Road Superstars. But nothing to be mortified there to make that 2 runs, as that's going to be Kukrushka getting out. Petey. The charge back, watch strike number 2. 0-2 the count for Petey. And opting for a simple base hit. Gonna be able to take it out to first. Blooper. Interesting move. Trying to go for the bunt play with Petey. Maybe a sack bunt, move him on forward. Ball's right down the line. They actually still throw it over and make the double play. Bit of a terrible, honestly speaking, bunt maneuver. Carried too far with plenty of time, and we're going extra innings. The fact that we're getting a chance to go extra innings in the first game of the playoffs. Chat, I hope that you're here for a good time and a long time, because we got both of them here for you on Level Up for Charity. First pitch strike from Yoshi. Second one's going to go for Starfire to get a base hit single. For all we know, this could be much like the Detroit Lions yesterday. You may just see their one quick surge and wrap things up from here. Another base hit. Starfire getting over to second. Grimace to first. Stacked up on first and second comes Blue Pianta. Once again, showing the capable prowess of the home run earlier to give them their 1-run lead. Said this time it's going to be a base hit rounding to home. Bit of a risky maneuver. Starfire might get out from here. And they were too late. Just in the nick of time. Starfire with a big misplay. Now it's Mario. Goes to Petey. That's out number 3 thanks to that one. And what almost turned into a scoring play ends up being a moment of disaster for the Star Road Superstars. New York Mets up next. Here we go with Bootleg. All it takes at this point is one. Could be one home run, could be a base hit, could be many things that stack for the game 1 going to the New York Mets. And just like that, that ball is going high. Purple Toad's got to make a sprint over, and they get there just in time. King Boo almost with a second home run of the day. In the last second, got there. Starfire with another sensational performance. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. That was absolutely clutch. Purple Toad needed to be there, not wanted to be there. Heisenberg base hit single after that Almost borderline devastating blow to the Mets. Steve. Short grounder over to Blue Pianta. He's going to retire the side. We're going to carry on to another extended inning. Star Road Superstars are looking to see what they can do. This ball continues. Boomerang Bro going to start things off with a base hit single thanks to short hop over the right field. Sands. Nice shot, but a quick snap from Petey and just flicks that off with no hesitation back to first. Easy double play. Blue Toad just in time is going to get there. Base hit single for Blue Toad yet again. And once again, we bring the story of Yellow Pianta, one who has not had a home run to their season, but has been contributing on their team's lineup. They don't need a home run. They just need to be able to hit that off of the wall and maybe extend the bases to go 3. Yes, Blue Toad is going to make it to third. Runners on the corners. Purple Toad now looking for his chance to shine. Base hit steal. Interesting move. Pow. That might actually... Oh, the Pow ended up being a bit of a problem for both sides. It delayed the first baseman, but it did not make the inevitable out. Bit of a misplay to choose for that bunt. But that extends the opportunity now for the New York Mets to go over once again. Shot goes in. Pablo Sanchez. Line drive to Starfire, going to knock out number 1. Once again, we are in the bottom of the 7th. Back to the top of the lineup here for the Mets. And charging it over is going to be Yoshi, but thanks to the reaction time of Mario, it's going to force out number 2. And just barely stays fair. Kukrus is going to be able to get on base. And we set up another opportunity now for Petey Piranha to come to the plate. And here we go. That ball's going high. They're going to need to sprint there. And just like that, Petey Piranha carries on the All-Star momentum. And that ball carries just in the nick of time fair. And we, at the bottom of the 7th, watch Petey Piranha nail it. New York Mets take game 1. Obviously, the deserved MVP of that one, Petey Piranha, more than applicable for that case. Of course, if you are concerned their PEDs did wear off at this point, just so that we're clear. What a show, what a performance, and what a start here for the Mario Mania League. We're going to get Game 2 prepped for you in just a second, chat. But if this is a new experience for you, please consider subscribing us over on YouTube at youtube.com/@levelupfc. We bring a lot of wonderful content over to YouTube nowadays, and including with that is a special presentation from Musical Man, who has been doing some fun classical music over on our YouTube channel. So make sure to check out those uploads, and of course check out the playlist here for the previous season of the Mario Mania League and this season, which is also broadcasting live here today as we speak. Game 1 is in the books. New York Mets taking it all the way to 7 innings to make a pretty significant statement, all things considered. But we're going to prepare ourselves to move on to game number 2. That second game is going to be a vital one indeed, as this one is going to take us on over to Yoshi Park, appropriate for the captain of the Mets. Looks like all players are ready to go and set for their next matchup. Let's get things rolling. Yellow Pianta looking locked and loaded to see if they can continue this trend. We've watched the train have some pretty significant altercations this season that have led to some key victories for some teams. Among some of those teams, of course, the Mets. Liner right over to Grimace is going to be out number 1 to start things out. Krushka watches the outside pitch for strike 1. Easy hop from Blue Pianta to call that one for out number 2. And coming up for the series MVP so far, Petey Piranha. Looking to see if he can retain his title. He's not going to achieve that, though. That ball is just short to Starfire over in center field. And no striking while the iron is hot. Star Road Superstars are now up to bat. Of course, I think every team has had a bit of success here at Yoshi Park this season. One of the advantages of this location is for those that have a pretty heavy bat on their plate or are looking to extend some innings, this might be their team to go. So just like that, in this perfect example, that ends up an easy double thanks to the train getting a combo off of Walter White. Mario quick hop over to Blooper. We keep Blue Pianta over at second. Up to the plate now is Boomerang Bro. Needing to see if he can solidify his legacy. He is going to be able to get a shot off of the wall. And has runs scored thanks to that great shot from Boomerang Bro. First strike is going to go to Blue Pianta thanks to a quick turnaround and conversion from Blue Pianta. Blue Pianta, of course, making his case for the All-Stars, or I should say, the Series MVP selection at this point. No official title will be given. Coming up here is Blue Toad. Blue Toad, a lot of base hit singles to start out this season. Got a runner in scoring position, see if he can be able to capitalize. Looking at an 0-2. It's going to convert a double play from Pablo Sanchez thanks to his heads-up running. They do stop before things get ugly, but first run does go to the Star Road Superstars, who now have to deal with Blooper, Bootleg, and King Boo in this lineup coming up here. Accepting of their fate, Bootleg now comes up. And a base hit thanks to an error from Blue Pianta. Backhand did not pay off for him. So Bootleg's going to extend on top. And this could be potential disaster. Coming off of their home run from last match is King Boo. And a big charge, but that's going to be not quite enough. Hoping for the train to get there in time, and they're not going to achieve so. Bootleg's going to stay over at first with 2 outs. Heisenberg with a liner right down the line. He's going to get himself a base hit single. And with that said chance, the diamond bat in hand is going to be Steve from Minecraft. Grounder, diving play is going to put him right onto second base. Blue Pianta making up for his error earlier. Thanks to some great hustle and opportunity. Star Road Superstars up next. That's exactly correct, Ive. He did a Petey Piranha by that one. A very, very close run over to Yellow Pianta, but lucky to have just enough speed to get there in time. Nice shot's gonna be there for Yellow Pianta to advance to second. Purple Toad base hit single. Leaving it now for Starfire to have her chance to shine. And shine it may not. It was a close shot, but not enough. Bootleg's gonna be able to cinch that one, no problem. Quick left center shot. Yellow Pianta rounding to home. Ended up changing his mind halfway through. Gets back safely, leaving the door wide open for a potential Denny's op from Blue Pianta. And that may be just the case. It goes far, but just thanks to that mountain wall, they're getting bailed out, almost like Fenway Park for the Boston Red Sox. Two-run score thanks to that great shot, but that could have potentially been a dangerous moment if not done correctly. Let's see what Mario's got to the table. Bottom of the third. And it's looking like Mario's looking to get his home run of his own. It's carrying far, and it's out of here. Mario, not known for a lot of home runs this season, looking like he had his pitch there, and it was right down the piper. That one hits just past the fence. And now this is looking like the Star Road Superstars are clicking yet again. It's a him, Mario. 6-0, bottom of the second. Not going to end up being 7-0, though. That ball is going to hit Heisenberg's green shell, but still be out. Base hit just barely lands in time. Sans Undertale going to be able to take first with that one. Blue Toad pulls an outside pitch over to left center, but that will be good. Sets up Sans Undertale over at second. One back here to Yellow Pianta. Shot is going to retire the side, but not before some pretty significant damage was done. 5 runs. Going 9-1-2 now for the Mets. Liner from Pablo is going to start us off over to Boomerang Bro for out number 1. Yoshi, right center line drive, is going to set up a base hit single. And let's see if Kukrushka can pick up on that afterward. Maybe the case, but not going to be so. Boomerang Bro catching that one in the air and converting that over to Yoshi for the double. A 1-2-3 dream scenario for the Star Road Superstars as they're going to go back up to Purple Toad. Pow and the train almost could have had extra bases if done correctly, but Purple Toad opting to keep it safe and just get over to first. Especially with the fact that they're up 6 right now. They don't need to force anything they're uncomfortable with, especially when they can make the solid execution double play right there. And coming up now is Grimace with 2 outs. Short shot from Grimace over to right center should land the base hit single. Setting it up now for Blue Pianta. Quite a few RBIs and a home run to their name today in the series. We're going to keep on keeping on with a base hit single there. And manages to get over to first just in time. Fresh off his home run. It's a him, Homerunio, looking for his chance to shine. Stays a bit inside. Base hit's gonna transcend over to the middle. Blue Pianta safe. Mario safe at first. Base is chucked for a good moment. Boomerang Bro may have a chance for a Denny's. And with that, if that ball carries high and deep enough, Folks, we almost had a chance to see a Grand Slam mercy rule in the playoffs. Starting us off and leading off is going to be Petey Piranha, looking for a very, very big moment for his team to be able to capitalize. Just like that, he might be able to do so, but it looks good for Starfire to catch to it. It was too slow. Solo shot from Petey Piranha could be the surge that the New York Mets needed to succeed. Yeah, just watch that ball. I mean, not even kidding you. Miss it by a half a second on that one. They are down, but they are not out yet. Lead-off home run to start things for Petey and the Mets. We'll see where that carries on. Hard to get a base hit when you've got Boomerang Bro over at shortstop, knocking down a play like that. Bootleg. Short shot to right field, lands in front of Purple Toad. Base hit single for Bootleg to start things out. One out. King Boo looking to reinvigorate the team in his own way. See what kind of power he can bring. Well, what he can bring is a up-the-middle base hit single. Now it's up to Eisenberg to keep the train rolling. And a bit of a puzzling move as we're going to go with... Oh, no. Worst case scenario, terrible bunt execution from Heisenberg. Nails it over to third base. Easy pop fly. Lou Pianta. He's going to cinch that one in from the grounder. Throws it on over to first. One run was scored, but still plenty more baseball to still need to be achieved. 3 more outs left for the Mets. 6 for, well, if necessary, the Star Road Superstars. Otherwise, they just need 3. This is just game 2 so far, Rumpton. Game 1 went over to the New York Mets in a great performance. Extended innings into 7 innings. This one, though, a bit of a different conversation. Blue Toad charging back, looking for his moment in the sun. Went for 1 power hit, didn't want to go for 2. That's going to be Blue Toad getting there. The line drive over to center field. Base hit single. And that's exactly correct, Type. That was a walk-off 2-run homer from none other than Petey Piranha. Right center gapper is going to land just into the hands of Heisenberg. Good on the Star Road Superstars, trying to keep their offensive surging. And they're going to be able to do just that. Nails it off of the pipe. Diving play from Petey doesn't really stop much, but let's see what sets it up. Starfire. Big shot over to right center. It's going high. It's going deep, but lucky enough, Blooper is going to get there in time. Run will score, though, with the tag over on third. But if that train was there at the right time, this was going to look like a big Denny's. Grimace is going to watch 0-1. Diving play from Pablo, maybe just a little too early. Isn't going to convert in time. Here we go. Bases loaded. Blue Pianta with another chance to bring in 2, just like last bases loaded he ran into. Short hop is going to achieve success, and he gets there in time. 1-8. Now as the Star Road Superstars looking to see if they potentially run a mercy rule from this. Mario grounder over to Petey Piranha. He chucks it over to home. What a great team play right here. Let's watch this again. Petey flicks it over to Pablo. Just the conversion. No problem. Easy throw. Practically at that point, that was styling indeed. The last 3 outs now for game 2 of the New York Mets. We started out with Pablo. Once again, that 9-1-2 lineup. Going to start out with a line drive, but right into the hands of Starfire out in center. Next up is Yoshi. At this point, the Mets hoping that they can even get a chance to bring some of their big hitters onto the play. They might be able to achieve that. Yoshi getting a base hit single. Kukrushka, now more than ever, cannot drive a grounder. Needs to get at least one out from there. And that's a tough one to end the game on. It's a double play over to Blue Pianta. 1-8 is how we see Game 2 hold. The Mets' home stadium and the Star Road Stadium end up turning on each other for the opposing team. And of course, Pianta with the runs scored in and the defensive powerhouse that they had today. More than deserving for that. Oops. Sorry, Chad, didn't almost spoil it for everybody. Let's bring it back here. Get ready for game number 3 in just a second, chat. But if you're curious, I think that there's still a very good chance that the Mets do end up taking this. As a reminder, this is a best of 5 outcome. So you're looking for 3 total victories for your team for you to truly succeed with this one. If it doesn't, well, then we might run into some different conversations with this one here. So Bowser Jr. going to extended innings to inning number 7 to be specific. Game number 3 will determine a lot at stake here, as that will be the team now that lands themselves in a position to go one more game, and they will be your victors. See what carries on there. But we click and get ready for game number 3. Star Road Superstars, New York Mets, ready to take the pitch. That's actually a football term, excuse me. Take the baseball field. Walking out nonchalantly is going to be our yellow Pianta. We're going to see what they can do for game number 3. Boomerang, bro, good start. Gets it over to easy line drive and a great play from them. Kukrushka is going to repeat history on this one. So we're going to go now to Petey Piranha, seeing if he's going to also throw that one over to Boomerang, bro. Instead of that, he's just going to look for a shot that's going to carry way out of here. But lucky enough, Grimace is going to get there just in the nick of time, helping out Starfire. They're going to retire that one with a 1-2-3, but a little bit of a scare in their britches after that one. Let's bring it on in. Star Road Superstars now up to plate for the first time here in game number 3. Let's see what the bottom of the first brings us. Great diving play from Pablo Sanchez. Locks this one in for out number 1. Like we said, while not the biggest bat of the league so far, Pablo's second base performance has truly been a transcendent performance. And also in that same middle area has been Petey Piranha. And a lot of the reason that you've seen so many Mets players on the All-Star team this season. First pitch, heavy lob from Steve from Minecraft as they go in for strike 1. Good shot from Pablo. All outs done by the middle infielders. Both teams going 1-2-3 to start out their game. Let's see what Blooper is going to bring for top of the second here in game 3 of the Mushroom Kingdom playoffs. Line drive right into the glove of Starfire is going to start us out there. Bootleg up next. Oh, 1 the count. Grounder, Blue Pianta, easy execution. Just like another day at the office. Now let's see what King Boo can do. Nice charge up. clears it into left center for a potential double, perhaps? Bounce on that. That's going to be a good base hit double. Thanks that. Bananas and everything set up a good chance. As stated from Dax earlier, the one who bats is now up to plate. Not quite sure if they're really expecting King Boo to steal a play, but nonetheless, who cares? It's going to be a good star power and tough for Heisenberg. He didn't have enough speed in him to get there. Tough shot to see, as the Mets did have a chance to potentially score. But we're now going to go bottom of the second. Another shot from Heisenberg. He's going to be able to catch this one in mid, over in the center field. Blue Toad up to plate, looking for their chance to shine. Unfortunately for him, Steve from Minecraft's got a quick reaction time at pitching, and is going to field that one himself and throw it over to first. That one just barely evades, and it adds a little extra zest to that one, thanks to the fact that he got to have a bullet bill and also that happen. Base hit double, and a setup opportunity for Purple Toad to bring a run in. Short floater into right center is going to move Yellow Pianta over to third. Things are looking promising. Starfire now up to plate. 2 outs and a ton of opportunities still. Unfortunate for them, Pablo Sanchez with a quick grasp over to the mid. And that's going to retire the side for them. We go top of the third. Shot from Minecraft is not going to be enough. Someone had a better pickaxe from them, or in this case, I guess a boomerang. Here we go, Pablo Sanchez. Previous first game outing, nearly having his own home run before it was robbed. Maybe looking for his chance, but right now looking at a 2-2 count. Shot is once again evaded from Boomerang Bro. That's going to make that out number 2. Yoshi gets us to the top of the lineup, and with that, a great base hit to get things started. Right center. Kruska looking for the moment. Get on base and maybe set up an opportunity for Petey. Play your cards correctly, although right now this is not looking great as that ball's going to Boomerang Bro yet again. All 3 outs thanks to the glove, or the boomerang, I should even say in this case, of Boomerang Bro to cinch that one out. Star Road Superstar is up next. Of course, Rumpton, you can see Rumpton's frustration here in the chat from the amount of times that Boomerang Bro has continued to mess with him. Blue Pianta, short shot to right field. Easy catch for Blooper. Makes that out number 2, and potentially looking at Mario to make a return on investment now. That shot finally able to get one to convert a right center line drive. Gets Mario over to first. Boomerang Bro. He's been a pinnacle over at shortstop today. Not quite so much behind the batter's box, as that ball is going to fly in and hit bootleg, not Heisenberg, so that one is going to stay. We go 1, 2, 3. Well, technically 1, 2, 3. Retire the side. We're going back to the top of the 4th. No runs scored yet. But if you're looking for a chance to make this change, that's where you definitely put this guy up to bat, as that ball's looking to hit right off of the nose yet again. Bowser Jr. not in time is going to be Purple Toad. And first pitch of the top of the fourth is gonna be Petey Piranha just launching that into the atmosphere. Our second booped snoot of the day as that goes to Petey Piranha. New York Mets looking to see if they can keep that momentum going. Sometimes the small ball games may be their key to victories after all. Bit of a change in paradigm as the Star Road Superstars have usually used this field to bring really good hurt on the people they were playing up against, but it doesn't seem like that is the particular case today. Let's see what Boo's got to the table. Big wind up, but lets that one go past for ball one. Very often you see this, a 2-0 count to start things. King Boo does see the opportunity though and makes a base hit out of it. The opposite field master that he has been. Leaving that now for Heisenberg to see what he can do to advance the runner or to convert to out number 3. Short. Actually, I shouldn't say short. That ball is going to touch the wall. Pushes King Boo over to third. Big opportunity now. Steve from Minecraft, all he needs is a base hit single. And this may be the insurance that they need to keep on keeping on. Diving play is futile for Blue Pianta, but thanks to keeping up, that's going to be Purple Toad in right field, catching it just in the nick of time. That's going to retire things out for them, but Star Road Superstars now looking for their own way to retaliate. Ball just misses past Pablo Sanchez. It's going to be a base hit single to start things out for Sands. Next up, Blue Toad. Ball passes by. It's going to be 0-1. Shot right to Petey. Just goes oh so close past him. And that pow is going to kill him. That sends Sands to third and doubles for Blue Toad. Bit of a tough break between that pow and Petey, just barely missing hits in his grasp. Charge back, Petey with 2. Big play as that one moves out the threat at third base. That's the defense that you wanted out of that one. Purple Toad is going to send that one to right center, and not making the turn to home is Blue Toad. So we run the corners with both Toads as we set up Starfire. Robbed of a home run earlier in the series, looking for her chance to be an MVP. And that might be just enough. That does score 1. It's not going to make it 2, though. And, oh my gosh, extremely close at second. That pow almost being a devastating move, though, because they're going to move Toad over to third. We tie the ball game yet again. Grimace now is looking for his chance. That shot just over Pablo Sanchez's head. This is going to be bases loaded now, thanks to that move. And someone who has brought a home run and numerous RBIs, as we said last time, to the plate this series. He may look to repeat history as that ball does float and get there in time. Purple Toad making the run home. He's going to get there successfully and with plenty of time. Tough outing for him, but an even better opportunity for the Star Road Superstars looking to see if they can take Game 3. Here comes Mario. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Maybe looking for his own grand slam. This might get there. It sure does. It's out of here. Mario, opposite field. He's going to launch this one out of here to make it a 6-1 game. You watch both players as they look as they are scared out of their minds. They cannot believe that this has truly just happened. And Denny's Grand Slam is an exclamation point to this series for the Star Road Superstars. Chad, I think this is healthy to recognize something here, and I need to stress this, okay? We're going to cut to me for just like a half second. Mario has had no home runs this season, regular season, and then he had 2, okay? I mean that. He had 0. I'm flabbergasted at this point. Top of the lineup now for the New York Mets. No outs. This is their last 3 outs to have a chance to convert. So far, they have not really strung together any major offense. If you need a rally to happen, it's going to be right now. And a bit of a tough statement as the Pablo Sanchez and Yoshi are going to end up getting knocked. Kukrushka is their last beacon of hope. Thankfully, is a good beacon. As that ball's going to convert for 1, maybe 2. Yes, that's going to be there. The dart of a throw is the statement maker for the Star Road Superstars. And this ball game just got really interesting as the home stadium for the New York Mets, for the Star Road Superstars, cinches an advantage this time. As my goodness, I think we need to just jump ahead to it. We already know the answer, so let's just talk about it. Mario with a very outright MVP performance for that grand slam. Yes, there were 2 runs before that point, but if you want to make a statement against the team that you're facing off against, it's to put a frickin' grand slam in their face. Game 3 goes to the bold, and the bold this time being the Star Road Superstars. We're going to get things ready now for game number 4. But man, I would not have been honestly able to tell you, chat, that I would have seen, well, the Mario Mania League seeing a performance like this in this outcome. Unbelievable stuff so far. There is a chance we see this go to Game 5. 2-1 Star Road is indeed the starting point we see here. Let's see what we come out with. Game number 4 is prepared. All players are ready to go. And we've got some baseball to watch as we go to nighttime Yoshi Park. Let's see what they're going to be able to bring out there. New York Mets looking to take advantage of their home stadium. Hopefully bring a little extra intensity than they did last time. High flyer is going to wrap this over to Walter White over in center. Starts us off here with an out. And here comes Mario. Much like his superstar powers, he has been carrying a lot of fire within him to get his team into a big start. I'm going to watch that first one for strike 1. Boomerang Bro. Oh, tough mistake here from Pablo Sanchez. It's going to be a base hit single for Boomerang Bro. Let's see what Sands can bring now. Watching the strike number 2 pass by. Sands. Ball's going to go to Petey to change sides now. No damage done in the first inning. Compared to last time was quite a different paradigm. New York Mets looking to make their strike first. Pianta throwing quite a few more balls than I was expecting him to do in this playoff series. Looking to just try to paint those corners as best as he possibly can. Short shot. Evades Boomerang Bro with that fire. That's going to be a ground out to first for Yoshi. First pitch strike. Kruska. Ball's going to go just past him in time for Boomerang Bro, and a base hit single for Kukrushka to start things out. 1 out. Petey Piranha looking for another moment in the spotlight. Not so much last game. He may just have it. That ball's looking to clear pretty comfortably. If Grimace can get there in time, he sure does. And wow, was that a necessary move. That ball could have potentially been devastating to make a 2-run shot to start things out. Grimace and Starfire showing their caliber and defensive prowess that they've had so far. Saved quite a few major incidents so far this season. Ball's unfortunate for him. That's going to change on sides. Avoiding disaster is the Star Road Superstars. We go to the top of the second. And the TPT, aka the Toad Pianta Toad lineup, now to start us off. And Rob, thanks to a great diving play from Pablo Sanchez, was a practical guaranteed base hit. Nice job from him. Yellow Pianta is looking for his shine, and wow, that ball would have cleared as a home run had it stayed fair. And another instance of a superstar having his moment score a home run. Purple Toad looking to move Yellow Pianta with a bunt, but so far we've watched some pretty nasty bunts so far this season. Passes by for strike 2. Short floater into center field is going to get Heisenberg knocked with a Koopa shell, but not going to affect him from the throw. Here comes Starfire. Last at bat here at Yoshi Park did present a chance for a home run. Maybe looking to repeat the same opportunity if it comes up for her. Her mind just opts to change that. Unfortunate though, as that lands into one of the best fielders here in the MML, Petey Piranha. Going to wrap things there for inning number 2, top of the second, that is. Bottom of the second coming up now. And a good lineup nonetheless. Bootleg kicking things off. The Shades of White coming up now as King Boo followed by Heisenberg brings us up. What up? King Boo. Shots pulled just a little too much. Creates a grounder over to Boomerang Bro. And let's see what Heisenberg's going to bring for us. Nice shot, but an even better diving play from Blue Pianta. Saves the day thanks to his diving shot. They're going to go 1-2-3. Not what you want to see for the New York Mets, who are on the cusp of elimination. Once again, best of 5. Looking for that 3rd win is the Star Road Superstars. Nobody's avoided it yet, but Star Road Superstars could be on to something here with this inning. Let's get another diving play from Petey Piranha. He's going to cinch that one for out 1. All charges. Blue Pianta just almost hits the wall. Bloopers there just in time to make the save, though. Mario. Left center base hit shot. Nice work from Mario to get on base with 2 outs. And this is where things start to get dicey. Star Road Superstars have had quite a few rallies into the second out. This time not going to be one of them, though. As Boomerang Bro's base hit. It's going to just be a ground out over to first. Entering the bottom of the 4th, we've got our 8-9-1 hitters. Another great boomerang play from Boomerang Bro. He's really got a dial on that boomerang today. Pablo is going to watch strike number 2 pass by him. 3rd one he is going to hit, but not going to do it. Blue Pianta is going to cinch that one in his mitt for out number 2. Coming up now is Yoshi. Shot almost carries on, but thanks to Blue Pianta, Another diving play is going to lock that one in. Out number 3. We're going to enter the top of the 4th. Seeing what the Star Road Superstar is going to be able to do. They start off with a line drive down to center. It's going to be a base hit single for Sands. Runner on first, and an opportunity arises for Blue Toad to start things out. Diving play to Pablo is 1 over to 2 is going to be from Petey. Double play, clearing the bases. Right center gap alongside with a little bit of a disappearing act is going to help out. Yellow Pianta guarantee that first base. See what Purple Toad's going to bring now. Grounder, King Boo, easy throw over to second base. Plenty of time to do so too. 1, 2, 3 for this particular case goes the Star Road Superstars. The New York Mets are looking to see if their couple of powerhouses are going to bring something to the table now. 2-1 is our series lead right now for the Star Road Superstars. New York Mets are looking for their chance to shine. And so far, not a lot of light to shine in this instance. See if that can change now with one of their top offensive players, Petey Piranha. Glances by to make it a 1-1 count. Shot just over the head of Blue Pianta. It's probably going to hit the train. Going to come back over to Purple Toad for at least a base hit single. Let's see what Blooper's got. Big charge up from our fellow Squid. Said he's going to watch 2 balls pass by. And at an interesting circumstance, we're at a 3-0 count. Swinging on that said 3-0. This may end up paying off for him. That ball is going to go through a bit of a complicated situation there. I think Petey was too afraid to move. At least he gets over to second, but that's not going to matter. Mario's going to be able to ground that one just fine. Entering the last inning. The possible Lance chances, otherwise we may have another game that goes into extended innings here at the Mario Mania League. Jumping shot from King Boo. Nice job from him. If I'm right now the New York Mets, my entire season is on the line right now with this top of the 5th. They need to execute to the best they can on defensive ability, and they sure are doing so. Jumping play from King Boo to start. Follow that with a diving play from Petey Piranha. And coming up now is Blue Pianta. Gonna need to see what he can bring. Oh. Blooper not gonna be an error necessarily, as that was pretty much a guaranteed base hit. Coming up though is Mario. He's gonna keep the inning alive though, as that one is gonna be Blue Pianta entering second base. Just as you can see here, an RBI chance is in place. Boomerang Bro is looking for his chance. A spot for glory and a spot to get his team the lead, especially in the top of the 5th. And that might be just it. Although unfortunate for them, that ball should be a cinch to catch. Thank goodness for the synergy. That banana needed, it was basically going to hit Heisenberg. You watched it there just at the end. He just flicks it over to his teammate to lock in the catch. Great teamwork from the Mets out there in the outfield as they bring it in to King Boo. Last time the fellow power hitter Petey Piranha had it, but there was a home run in Game 1 by King Boo. Isn't necessarily going to get it that time, but what he is going to get is a base hit single to start his team out. At this point, chat, all it takes is one. You may see this lead into Game 5 to start us out for this series. But for today, we have runners on first and second. King Boo looking for his chance to be the winning run. If his cards play out, Steve looking to see if he can bring him in. 0-1 the count. Grounder passes by both Boomerang Bro and Mario just in time. We're going to stack up the bases, and this may be a big moment. Pablo Sanchez, who may not have had the same level of batting success, if you're talking crunch time, this is now more than ever. Good shot, and it's gonna round a home as King Boo, and there it is! The game-winning run yet again from the new New York Mets, thanks to the base hit from Pablo Sanchez. An outcome that if you asked me in week 1 or 2, I would have told you you were crazy. Pablo redemption arc is truly real, chat. And of course, let's just cut to the chase. Game 4's MVP is of course gonna be the man who scored the winning run in Game 4 to force this into Game 5 and one more shot at Bowser Jr.'s playroom. Well done, Pablo Sanchez. Well done. That's going to be it for Game 4. We're going to prepare ourselves for Game number 5 up in just a few short moments. But if you are a part of this series, chat, and you are a part of the excitement, make sure to consider joining us here for the World Series between these two fellow winners in the Bowser and the Mushroom Kingdoms. You are currently witnessing the Mushroom Kingdom Championship right now, and a glorious matchup between both teams, going neck and neck, tit for tat, in such a great adventure between both of them. We'll see if the Star Road Superstars can make their first attempt into the World Series and their debut season, or if they will have a chance to see what brings it to the table. But what I can tell you is this. Thank you to Typh, who put together the save states for these games. This helped put this much easier on my plate for today. And with that, we are ready to go. Star Road Superstars, New York Mets take the field one last time for the conference championships. Winner take all. Game 5 is underway now. And just like that, we get a base hit start from Yoshi to get things going for Game 5. Kukruska up next, followed by PD Piranha. That 1-2-3 lineup can be potentially dangerous if implemented correctly, and that may be just the case. That ball's going high and lands perfectly fair to keep that one just in play, just in time. And we put runners on first and second for the chance of PD Piranha to have his moment of glory once again. Not going to be a home run, but what it is going to be is running potentially 2 runs in here. Maybe a little greedy to think that 1 run does score, though. Yoshi making his way all the way from second on to home, thanks to that great line drive shot from PD Piranha. Next up, blooper. Runners on the corners with no outs. Things are looking up and up right now for the New York Mets to make a statement out of the start, and they sure are, as that's going to be not left center but right center this time around, as that is going to be another run scored, makes it 2-0, and a tight play at third base for PD Piranha, but still going to retain no outs. You can see the line drive shot, another perfect pitch from them, but not going to make it in time. 2-0. We bring up Bootleg to the table. And another shot, but this one not painting the same line Kukruska did. That one is going to carry foul. This one, however, though, does look fair. Off of the wall yet again. PD is going to make the effort home. He's just going to barely make it. And right now, the New York Mets are making this game about themselves, and they are rolling to start things out. As Rory's stating here in the chat, and I agree with that, what is going on? They let 1 run score, and now the Mets have scored the entirety of their, well, almost the entirety of their lineup from the first 4 games. That's going to be another base hit. Unless King Boo's getting caught out. He sure does, but does move Bootleg and Blooper over to second and third. Another shot. Does go to Purple Toad. No tag goes to the runner on this one. Blooper's going to stay back at third. And we might finally see some cooldown. Unless Steve from Minecraft can bring them on in. Ball's going to go high, but not too high for Blue Pianta to put that one in his mitt. A little bit of sweat happening from Rory's team. Star Road Superstars down 3-0 as they enter in their first chance at Bowser Jr.'s Playroom. Short floater to right center is going to get things started for the Star Road Superstars. And if you want to talk about a team that has really honed in on the small ball game this season, it truly has been the Star Road Superstars. But what has really been their caliber of success, actually, has been thanks to this red-hatted man here. The fact that he's got a name a grand slam to his play is definitely worth it. But what doesn't happen, though, is Blue Pianta advancing to second. Gets called out at second. Grounder to Pablo is going to be 1. Over to 2. 4-6-3 double play. He's going to end the side. And a bit of a big double play for the New York Mets. They are 12 outs from a chance of victory if they continue this same momentum. But conversely, that's 12 outs and an opportunity for the Star Road Superstars to make the comeback. Ball's going to be just in the grasp of Blue Pianta. Another big play. You can see the star power continue to surge for Yellow Pianta. Full stack of 5 whenever he's ready to push him out. Top of the second. 1 out. Yoshi, the top of the lineup batter. Once again, Rumpton reporting he would rather give the credit to a great player in the last game of the season. Moved him on from basically an 8-9 position over to 1. And a short pop up to center. It's going to be a good catch for Starfire. And now sets it up for Petey Piranha. Looking for his chance to go for yet another homer. He might get it. That ball's getting up and out of here. It's looking good. Not in the grasp of Grimace. That's going to be another big shot. Petey Piranha putting the Mets on his back. That's going to be 4-0 for the New York Mets. Watching both players struggle with that one is an unfortunate case. I said 4, I meant to say 5-0. And right now, Star Road Superstars looking to crumble a little bit. I think we're going to need some pretty big transitions as the Mets are looking to continue this scoring streak if at all possible. Short shot does get caught by Blooper. Not quite enough to tail that into right center. That is very true, Type. We have indeed seen 8-run comebacks happen, and that is well worth to not count your chickens before they hatch. Although right now those eggs are starting to look pretty promising. Yellow Pianta. Shot's going to be another floater. Good enough for Heisenberg to catch that one. And a turnaround makes it a double play. Too greedy from Blue Toad. And a bit of a breakdown for the Star Road Superstars. You hate to see it, unless you're a New York Mets fan. King Boo, ball's going to tail over to right center thanks to that fade. And a dash might have extended an extra base to Bootleg. And right now, I don't know if there is a stop button for the New York Mets. That ball tailing fair. They're going to stay once again on the line. And that ball is going to run in. Sand's going to hold that one, opting to not move forward with that. And we're finally seeing a pitching change happen. A little surprised it didn't happen before that point. Coming up now with Steve with Minecraft. Diamond bat in hand. Almost looked to have a home run if that one would have stayed fair. So he's just going to have a quick shot. Not quick enough, though, as that one is going to be 2 quick outs thanks to Blue Pianta's great diving play. Walter White caught in the landslide. No escape from reality. 2 outs. Pablo Sanchez, previous game's MVP, and the reason that we did not extend our innings in last game. Bit of an interesting score shuffle so far. 3-2-1 for the runs. If that trend continues, they'll probably stay at the zeros, but we'll see. I would think so. First shot, Purple Toad, first pitch, going with the base hit single. Now here comes Starfire. Looking to see if they can bring anything to the table that could really help their team out. And unfortunate for them, PD Piranha is basically sprouted around all of the frickin' infield at this point. Grimace. Short shot over to left field is going to be an easy catch from Bootleg. And Blue Pianta's got to be a big part of this conversation to help get their team to success. And it might just be the case if this ball gets past their grasp. It does not achieve it. Walter White there with more than plenty of time. That one could have been a big change and dent into the lead. We're going to change sides, but not before a little bit of sweat takes place. Coming up next, hopefully a solution to a problem with that third hitter. PD Piranha, 2 home runs in this 5th game today. Quick shot from Mario is not going to be enough. A quick reaction from Yoshi is going to take care of that one. Next up is Kukrushka. First pitch curls just inside. And this is going to be yet another base hit setup. And Chad, I might be witnessing a little bit of deja vu. PD Piranha, 2 home runs for the day, contributing to every single run, minus their last one for the day. But wait a second. That ball almost looked like a guaranteed double, but instead of that, the reaction from Blue Pianta nails that one right in the bud. Toss to third, not needed for that. Kukrushka sitting on second, Blooper on first, 2 outs. Bootleg, see if he can keep this at-bat alive. Not gonna achieve that when there's a boomerang man right here, ready to take anything that comes in his grasp. We go to a countdown score lineup, but that doesn't mean anything right now because the Star Road Superstars need to get out of this Easter egg hunt. And what a better way to get things started than with Mario getting a base hit single to get things going. You're the Star Road Superstars. You are 6 outs from being eliminated from the World Series contention. This is going to be your now or never opportunity. And this looks like they're going to say this is now or never indeed. Mario's going to advance to second. Base hit single from Boomerang Bro. Setting up now with Sans Undertale. There's that back for an inside first pitch strike. Short shot, but oh my gosh, PD Piranha. You mad lad. Another diving play saves the day and creates a double play that pushes them out of RBI opportunities again. We thought Boomerang Bro was committing highway robbery. It turns out that the freeway is owned by none other than PD Piranha. Coming up next, Yellow Pianta. 2 outs. Runners on first and second. They are going to be successful. Turnaround's going to go to Boomerang Bro. Little too risky. It's going to make the turn. Coming back. Slide down. Too late. The throw from Yoshi's in time. And a critical mistake, as that's going to retire the bottom of the 4th for the Star Road Superstars. No runs scored. And they're 3 outs away from being eliminated and setting up the new New York Mets to make their shot into the World Series. Gonna be a good base hit. Let me rephrase. Gonna be a ground out from Blue Pianta. Dax, of course, the loyal Mets fan, watching his team go through an identity crisis in the first couple of games and finally seeing the lock-in that they've truly deserved. You can start to slowly hear the champagne bottles getting prepared for the team players. You don't want to count, again, you don't want to count it out too soon. So far, not looking like too much is eventful here for the Mets. Pablo Sanchez up next. Here we go. Another out for Purple Toad. We're going to retire the side yet again. But let's see what these Star Road Superstars bring. Diving play ineffective for Pablo Sanchez. And if you want a way to start, that is indeed something to get going. Purple Toad on first. You can see Starfire charging back up, seeing if they can potentially bring something else. Purple Toad is going to make it over to second thanks to that great double from Starfire. And this game isn't over yet, folks. Starfire, Purple Toad need to make the round to home to keep this game alive. Colkin with the 67 months. Thank you tremendously for your efforts. We appreciate that. They are going to get Grimace over at first, but not before they keep Purple Toad and Starfire at second and third. And a big shot from Blue Pianta. Ineffective, though, but they are going to be successful in tagging the run to get home. No shutout, but what they are looking at is a 5-run gap with 2 outs remaining. The man that put him in a position for Denny's earlier, they need to see what he can bring. Unfortunately for him, that's going to wrap up the game. A come-from-behind victory as the Star Road Superstars look like the favorites on paper after such an interstellar performance. But at the end of the day, the new New York Mets are your Mushroom Series Conference champions. Of course, Petey, I think, is well worth having the conversation of the MVP, especially if you're going to have a game like that. Wow. Petey, the MVP of the season. Petey definitely earned his stripes in this game. The fact that he had as many home runs and runs scored that he did that were directly impacted and influenced by him needs to be talked about. Not to say that there wasn't some amazing performances. They literally took the the Mets from having 1-0 games, 1-1 games, 2-1 games, whatever the case, to 6-1 twice. Then all of a sudden, I don't know if it was a breakdown or what really happened, but we go back-to-back in the World Series. You can call him the Philadelphia Eagles of the Mario Mania League. We'll find out in just a few moments who is going to be his fellow compatriot that he's going to be facing up against. Our next matchup here is going to be for the Bowser Series, the Bowser Champions, Bowser Kingdom, Wildwood's one-uppers, and of course the best shape that they know out there, which is according to Frank, is the state of Ohio. So we'll see what they bring to the table. But before we get that set up, we are going to take a quick short break to get everything set up, get all the players ready to go on their prospective lineups. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. And we're back. Thank you for waiting so much, chat. We appreciate that. Coming up here is a very, very big matchup as the best shape, as they call it. And by legal contractual requirement, we must play
Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, Ohio shape. That's great. Best state, Ohio shape, mental state, Ohio shape, my car shape, Ohio shape, Ohio shape. That's great. Square tray, Wyoming tray. Best shape, Ohio tray. Your face, shit face, my face, Ohio shape. Every day, Ohio day. Whey protein, Ohio way.
We'll see what happens. This is going to be a big moment. Game 1, Bowser Kingdom. Daisy's Cruiser is where we're going to take off our game and see what takes place here. It's going to be a big one, folks. Do not go anywhere. We got a big matchup for you in just a second. But prior to that, we got to get the game ready to go. Players got to get on the field, warmed up, and ready. While we're waiting for all that to happen, we can go ahead and do a real quick outcome update. The Mets advance. And let's get our next prediction going, which is simply put going to be whether or not Ohio will be able to take it on, or if they'll make another season that they don't make it into the said play, or excuse me, make it into the World Series. We're going to find out here in just a second. Both teams are ready. Game is all set to go. Let's make our way on over to the play. Conference Championships. Daisy's Cruiser is going to be the home stadium here for the top of conference Wildwoods 1-uppers. It's been a little while since we've seen a daytime matchup here at Daisy's Cruiser. Of course, this is one that the Wildwoods 1-uppers have had a lot of fantastic success at. And between some of the corner home run opportunities you can have, it could be a major moment. And an important talking point here for the state of Ohio. They did not have anybody that was voted into their all-star lineup, even though they had such power phenomena such as Donkey Kong, Funky Kong, and many others. I think their snubs in a couple of categories may end up being the reasons that they are successful today, or maybe the reasons of their downfall. Of course, Donkey Kong among that list of major contributors to the team. 12 home runs to the season, 535 batting average, 30 RBIs, a league leader in that contribution. And that's very true. A lot of close ones, but not close enough. And surprisingly, of the conference championships, only one critter represented in this outcome. A lot of the other critters, while we're great this season, not quite have the same level of success as the rest of their team. Start out here with an Easter egg for Ohio. Coming up next is the Wildwoods 1-uppers. Ball nails it into right center. Gonna turn maybe for a double. Changes his mind. Drybone's gonna come back. Next up here is going to be Bowser. You saw power performance here in the All-Stars. We'll see what they'll bring to the table this time around. Watch this 2 pass. Not 3, though. Bowser way, way back, but caught by Funky Kong just in the nick of time. DK and Funky Kong bringing on their funktastic combination to rob that one away from Bowser. Channel points are looking pretty divisive, chat. 10K versus 11 for the current outcome. Make sure to get your prediction channel points in right away if you want a chance to vote and just get a lot more to maybe bring to some song competitions. But what you can bring is Brown Critter's quick response and reaction. Easy double play for him. Coming up next is Funky Kong and his intergalactic brainiac friend right behind. Jimmy Neutron. Shot. Oh, close one here. And Funky Kong makes it in back in time just because of the sheer power that Jimmy Neutron hit that one on. And a little bit of magic. Tough one here for Funky Kong and the rest of the crew. As another double play is going to return the side. Let's enter our top of the second. My goodness, bottom of the second. We're going to get this right, chat, eventually. Coming up next here is Lynn. Dax really hitting the Lynn, you are a failure. Fail. Immediately responds with a possible home run, though close but no cigar. Dax almost eating his words live in the chat. That's not going to happen, though, as Funky Kong making the play literally at the last second. Next up is the opportunity for Wiggler. One of the best batting averages here in the game. There's going to end up being another base hit double for Wiggler. And with the crazy eyes that you see for K-Rool, see what his all-star performance may bring for momentum. We saw that out of Petey. We may see this again. That ball was very clearly going to just basically be left of the ocean. But another interesting decision. K-Rool is going to opt for the start play. And while that is going to score Wiggler on the first run in, not quite sure why they didn't go for the power shot. Dax, I think your encouragement of having the players fail is not helping them. Here we go, Red Critter. He's going to also hit it right off of the table. That might give K-Rool an extra base, and it sure will. Wow. Shot from Paratroopa, left center gap. That's going to score K-Rool. Red Critter maybe makes the turn. No, but it is going to be a base hit double and land Red Critter over to third. And the offense is rolling now for the Wildwoods one-uppers. Good shot from oh my gosh, from Koopa Troopa. That table basically carrying him. Score is 2 because of it. He gets his own double. I mean, just watch this hit the table. Funky Kong, no idea where to travel to at that point. Bit of a tough break for him, but a great break for the Wildwoods one-uppers. As a reminder for those curious about the history between these two, last time they faced off against each other, yes, the Wildwoods one-uppers did indeed mercy rule Ohio, but then keep in mind the series win still went to Ohio. Frank is asking politely for the Wild Hoppers to stop tabling. Great sequence. And a great heads-up play from Brown Critter. The fire actually burnt his fellow runner. They're going to stop the bleeding before a mercy rule does start to become the conversation. Beef Boss leads us off for inning number 3. Oh, 1 to start us out. Good shot, but an even better performance from Red Critter. Tough going for Beef Boss, but a great set for Red Critter. The frustration in the chat is audible. Dax and Frank are livid as Diddy Kong is going to see another big play. Robbed once again. Now it's time for Baby DK. 2 outs, hoping to not have a 1-2-3 inning. And that is going to be successful. Finally, a table gets broken. Deposit gets paid in full, though. And another ball bites the dust. Yellow Magic Koopa locks someone in with his magical grip. Yellow Magic Koopa, not by the rules of the MML, cheating to use the magic. But what he might do is try to shoot this one very deep, but not deep enough. Finally gets another table cleared out. Quick shot from Lynn. Quick pickup from DK. And a quick out. Make it number 2. Next up is the Wiggler. Short floater. No table necessarily to interfere this time around. This time it's going to go to K-Rool. 0 to 5. You want to call it that? Oh my gosh! Jimmy Neutron with the interstellar level of reaction time. Jimbo nailing it. Big charge up from DK. Swing and a miss. Start things out 0-1. What he isn't going to miss, though, is this guy. That's going to go very, very high, very, very deep. It should be a quick and easy pickup for the Koopa brothers. Thought he had a good grasp on it, but just a little too high to make that one effective. I don't know. I think he probably would. Brown Critter now. Another part of the collection of powerhouses. In my opinion, one of the best 3 for offense. Just have not really gotten the groove together yet. Coming up next is Funky Kong. 2 outs here. Need to make something happen on the board. And at least that is something. Base hit single thanks to our Funkalicious friend. Funky Kong apparently looking to be intimidating over at first. Grounder Yellow Magic Koopa is going to cinch it for out number 3. Not what you want to see if you're part of Ohio is another Easter egg to add to the collection of the innings. Wildwood's 1-uppers next. Big swing from Red Critter. Should be an easy shot for Funky Kong. Good start to the inning. Nice shot, but unfortunately goes right into the glove of Brown Critter. Red Koopa now. Glancing by a bit of a smoked shot from Donkey Kong for strike 1. He's going to be a quick floating ball over to Baby DK. And exactly what Ohio was hoping for was a quick 1-2-3. But what they were kind of hoping for was to not have this lineup, especially going into the top of the 5th. 5 runs are all that is needed Jumps just past Yellow Magic Koopa's grasp. Toadsworth is going to be able to stay over to first. And a good start. Hi ho, hi ho. Let's off to see Beef Boss, and he goes. Grounder up the middle is going to be successful. Base hit single for Beef Boss. And on first and second as we go back to the top of the lineup, Diddy Kong. Clears that to right center. Not going to use the table in the same way the Wildwoods one-uppers did to start this out, but we start with bases loaded. No outs. And Baby DK up to the plate. Opportunities are there, but will they take advantage is going to be your question of the day. Nice shot. Goes over Red Critter. That's going to be a bad dash. Oh my gosh. Another bad dash. And that's 2 in a row. This should be a round back from Diddy Kong. No, he's going to be out at the plate. He's lucky it's only 1 out. But that's 2 runs in and 2 dashes. What in the world? And a bit of a stirge starting to look promising here for Ohio. Dixie Kong starts us off. Just over the head of Yellow Magic Koopa. Another gapper is going to bring Baby DK home, and a base hit double for Dixie Kong to go into scoring position yet again. And just like that, what we looked like to be a pretty bad part of the lineup necessarily for a clutch game just ended up basically making all the rounds over. And we finally see a little frustration here from Wiggler. And probably the best person for this situation to come up is Donkey Kong. Keep in mind, your game-tying run is currently up to the plate right now. And that sucks for them! It was so promising up until the last half second where Yellow Magic Koopa makes the jump and the double play. The near comeback victory for Ohio killed in an instant. You hate to see it, but congrats to the Wildwoods one-uppers who take the series lead 1-0. Koopa does, of course, deserve the praise that he should adore with a great game such as that. Screenshot is attached. Game has been uploaded, and I think the stress levels of Ohio are trying to slowly dilute after that kind of game. Bit of a tough situation, almost mounting the necessary comeback, though. You will see what they'll be able to bring to the table up here next, but jeez. Dax, tell me how you really feel about him, man. My God. All right. Ohio and Wildwoods one-uppers ready to go again. Of course, this being Donkey Kong as the team captain's field. This makes total sense why they would want to go this direction. Donkey Kong's going to enter the stage, bringing his chance to be a phenomenal pitcher for his team. Down the series 1-0. We'll see what the Wildwoods one-uppers can do to maintain it and for Ohio to disrupt it. Well, if you want a way to disrupt it for sure, that is definitely a good way to start you off. Who's going to extend that to a base hit double? Good battle of the captains taking place. Donkey Kong and Bowser up next. Shot's going to carry foul, but definitely had more than the distance to make that happen. A bit of an unconventional situation. You saw the burn take place, and that does at least extend it out for a base hit. First time that he's used his star power, though. He's not there. There are no drugs. We can confirm going into this game. Another dose of love from the Flowers out there in center field. That's going to be first run scored, first run struck. Thanks to the Wildwoods one-uppers. Another shot, Toadsworth converting the double play, almost triple play from his performance. And we've had quite a few cases where Toadsworth's second baseman has not quite had the success this time around. Definitely changing for the better. All right, first strike goes. Shot's going to hit just in front of Funky Kong. No runs scored, no advancements, but that does land first and second for King K. Rool now. Looking fresh off of his moments to glory. That ball stays fair. It could be dangerous, but that is not going to go. Barrel shot's going to be just a short doink out to center. We're also going to change out sides. K. Rool flied out to Funky Kong to wrap things up. At least first run scored. Coming up next is Ohio with their chance to respond. Nice shot from Diddy Kong to be able to carry that one in. Top double play. Coming up next is Dixie Kong. Pisano, I don't think we need to remind ourselves if that was even a possibility. The Days surprisingly not forcing Dixie Kong to move on to second base. Maybe a bit of a misplay on that one. DK making the charge back. Finally looking to put his team on the map. That ball's carrying high, far, and deep. It's gonna get out of here just past the grasp of the Koopas. 2-1 leads thanks to that home run from Donkey Kong. You watch it just carry past him. And the state of Ohio is having a bit of a great time. Maybe back to back. It's not past them in time though. Close one, but no cigar. No back to backs here today. Time to change sides. Excuse me. All right. Next up's gonna be Red Critter. Looking to see if they can make a response to what the not the Wildwoods one-uppers, but the state of Ohio has brought to their attention. Base hit just passes Brown Critter over to the center. Bomb carries, trying to run it to third. Good base running and good awareness. Grounder, from Red Koopa is going to be able to score the tying run. And man, those flowers have been killer for Funky Kong out there in the center. First it was tables, now it was flowers. And coming up next is Dry Bones, looking for his chance to shine. Hello, cat. Goodbye, cat. I guess is the response to that one. Wait a second. Dry Bones just barely avoids disaster for Ohio. Almost had that ball clinched, but man, that was looking like that was going to be an easy one out of here. Great jump from Baby DK to make that one. All right, we've seen a pretty intense matchup between these two. And that's going to carry on. That ball's going high. That's going fast. It's going far. And it's going to be out of here. A big, huge moment. First pitch home run for Bowser. That ball was gone the moment it left the frickin' bat. My God. DK a bit defeated over there. Another shot, maybe a back-to-back if they can't get to it. Baby DK, another save to the home run stack. Surprisingly, second time we watched a home run take place and follow that up with a bit of an unconventional save, I guess. Ground out to wrap things up for the inning. You can see Donkey Kong definitely flustered after giving up a very tough 4 runs. Time to see what Ohio can do to respond. 5-2. The yo-yo-yo might have been effective. Going back. That's right off of the bongos. Solo shot for Funky Kong. 3-5 is the lead now. Sometimes you just hear the yo-yo-yo tone and you know that ball is gone, gone, gone. Ohio with a big play. Leaving the door open for Jimmy Neutron to keep the momentum going. Flowers hitting center field yet again. Jimmy Neutron, good single to start us off. Except as Toadsworth basically right into the same spot. Jimmy Neutron, Toadsworth now first and second. Coming up next is Beef Boss. And a left center. Chad, let's not endorse the flower drugs. Run scores thanks to a great left center shot from Beef Boss. Jimmy Neutron's gonna make his round on home, and things are starting to look good for the for Ohio. That is, as we go to top of the lineup, and a bit of a puzzling move, opting to go for the bunt. Right down the line, Wildwood's one-uppers able to convert that one into an out, but not before the sack bunt does move Beef Boss and Toadsworth over one. Nice shot from Baby DK. Looking good to make the score home. Tie ball game now, thanks to the efforts. Toadsworth making it around home with no hesitation. And we're going to keep on keeping on, chat, as now we have one out. Another base hit. This could potentially look like a chance for a grand slam if you play your cards right. Maybe you don't have to worry about the grand slam, because what you do have to worry about is a bomb and a little bit of a flower love. Lead change yet again. For the third time here this game, Ohio's looking good. First and second, Baby DK, Dixie Kong, looking to be traveling on home with their fellow cousin slash brother slash however that dynamic works. DK, that ball's high and carried into the air, but not effective enough, as that is an easy grab for both of our friends in the outfield, the Cooper brothers. Yeah, fairly easy catch, bit of a slow riser, but not enough distance. Maybe if this is a little bit of a shorter field, this could have been a different conversation, but one of the drawbacks about some of the other fields such as this. Brown critter. He's got one way, way back there, but not gonna do it. Just off of the warning track yet again. And anything you can do, I can do the same, is what the story of inning 2 was. Entering here, top of the 3rd. Donkey Kong looking to be a little bit flustered. Let's see what he brings up next, top of the 3rd. Grounder right to DK, easy, 1, 2, 3. And just like that, Ohio is making a good decision, opting to switch out the pitcher before things get too bad. Especially when you got K-Rool coming up like that. You do not want to give him a chance to shine. Just like that. It's going, it's going, it's going, and bailed out at the last moment. It's foul. Great banana slider. Makes that for strike 2. And K-Rool's trying to see if he could just get a little simple base hit. But even then, was still too much power. Red Critter might get that, might not. It's going to be Funky Kong yet again. Solid 1, 2, 3 for Ohio. See if it's time to extend the lead or not. Funky Kong coming fresh off of his last at-bat of a home run. See if he can repeat the same event. That's not the same. That's just a Red Critter for an easy drive out. She almost landed in the hands of Red Critter, but thank goodness for just narrowly avoiding a catastrophic issue. Jimmy Neutron now on first. Toadsworth watching strike 1 pass by, goes for strike 2. Double play should be in the books. And we wrap up the first 3 of that setup for Ohio. And let's go to top of the 4th. Jordan, can you do your impression of Carl Weezer? Jimmy, can you hit the ball farther? Your mom said you should be able to. Powell, great snipe and great placement's going to extend a base hit to Paratroopa. And let's see what his fellow outfielder compatriot Red Koopa's going to bring. Double play, that's what he brought. Ooh, Judy! Okay, yep. Yep, didn't like that one. 0 out of 10. Dry Bones getting on base. Could be a big moment. Lead change if the right cards play. Bowser, just a bit foul. That one's not foul. That one's just carrying out of here. No one's going to get there in time. Go ahead, home run indeed. Bowser, home run number 2 for this game. I mean, just watch this ball. It's practically a line drive on its exit velocity. 2 balls, 2 bongos. 7 runs. And hopefully a dream, as the Wildwoods 1-uppers are looking to make their first entrance. Actually, a bit of a fun tidbit. This is a guaranteed new World Series opponent, as both teams in this cycle have not competed for the World Series. Diving play, unable to convert. Not enough air time for Funky Kong to get to it in time. And with the bomb and everything else, here comes a pickle. They're going to get to Yellow Magic Koopa in time. Catastrophic run play. They're lucky to still change the lead over. But Ohio with some heads-up play over there. Beef Boss. Looking for the setup. Grounder over to Magic Koopa. It's going to be another first out for Beef Boss. Next up is Diddy Kong. Yeah, you can see frustration is definitely there for the Wiggler. Short floater, not gonna be enough. Just like that, Ohio sitting here, bottom of the fourth, 2 outs. And this might look like a 2-0 if Ohio is unable to get Diddy Kong over to home. That sure is gonna look like the case. They lead off with Donkey Kong for the next upcoming inning, but they first have to deal with Wiggler, K-Rool, and Critter, which is a pretty devastating lineup in my opinion, especially for a frustrated Diddy Kong. Good shot from Wiggler to start us out. Base hit single. Looks like it's time for yet another change. This time it's Toadsworth. Not one we see very often, but his pitching style does truly bring a different zest and flair. And oh no, bit of a disaster. I don't think they're gonna get to that in time. That's gonna be Wiggler scoring in for 8-6. Great timing, thanks to K-Rool, but bit of a worse outcome with that POW combination, as that one's just pretty much a run from home for Wiggler. No outs. I always love Toadsworth's pitching. Nice shot. Beef Boss converts it for 2. Third base looking pretty snazzy over there. Unk pitch indeed. Grounder dives just past Diddy Kong. Another base hit single for Koopa. Jump from Diddy Kong's gonna wrap this one up. We face ourselves another difficult situation here in the Ohio Sphere. Donkey Kong, though this is the lineup you want for the bottom of the 5th. Well, it's not what you want there, though. Donkey Kong's second time he's had this happen. Liner is another out for that. And this might be it. 2-0. They can make the comeback. Third time. Another line drive right at somebody else. I think the baseball gods not in favor of Ohio with that outcome. That's going to settle it there. 2-0. Still not out yet. This is a best-of-5 series, so one more win brings the one-uppers into championship time. But we'll have to see if that is truly going to be the case. Another one bites the dust. Let's see what Game 3 brings us up now, though. Folks, we are looking at a pretty crazy situation here. First game traded off for the most part. And now we face ourselves a situation that... Sorry. My game's being weird. Okay. Sorry. Had a weird little stint hiccup with the game configuration. We're okay now. Game 3 is getting prepped now. This is still completely possible for Ohio to make the comeback, but the distance is starting to get further and further with every moment passing. We're going to Game 3. This time a bit of a change in venue. This one's still remaining for Daisy's Cruiser, but we're going to nighttime. Play ball. Coming up is going to be Wiggler. Starting things out is Red Critter with a great diving play to get the line drive. And let's see what Baby DK can bring up. Another liner right at somebody. That's probably the 4th straight out that has happened just purely by that drive. And here comes out number 3. 1, 2, 3. A bit of a tough start for Ohio. We retire the side. Beating the moment for Wildwoods 1-uppers to make their changes. Coming up now, Dry Bones. Bit of a burnt, funky butt over there. Next up is going to be Bowser. Dry Bones looming on the horizon. That ball is looking good to get out of here, but it doesn't. Just lands right off of the wall. Good single from Bowser to get things going. And still with no outs comes up Yellow Magic Koopa. Starting us off is 0-1 for strike 1. And a left center gap should get there in time. Dash fails. That's going to be a tough situation. That mistake's going to cost the first run of the game for the Wildwoods 1-uppers. And this is a similar conversation we had earlier. Ohio needing to make some pretty big changes to put themselves up for success. Grounder just past Toesworth. Tough outcome. No outs. Bases are loaded. And this looks good for Wiggler. Unfortunately, he's going to be first out. Next up, another scenario that you don't want to have happen, especially with bases loaded, is the King K rule. And just like that, it's looking good. Oh, but it just tails foul at the last moment. Doesn't matter if he's got a barrel to hit through or not. There was a lot to have at stake. Ghost and everything doesn't make the change, but what it does make is Bowser barely making it home off the tag. Gonna make us 2-0. Yeah, you watch just Funky Kong not even get phased by the disappearing act. And now we bring it up to Red Critter. First and second occupied. And from one critter to the next, we retire the side and move on to the top of the second. Coming up next is DK. Another big, powerful lineup and potential for Ohio to make their retaliation. Sets it up now for 0-2. And a bit of a shocker. Thought it was an outside pitch. Watches it by Donkey Kong not being the same power player he has been for Ohio this past couple games. Might be a good bailout from that Cheap Cheap though. Good double. Donkey Kong. Seeing if that yo-yo-yo could potentially mean a run. splits the count 1-1. Watches a bit of an outside shot, 1 and 2. Pushing for the contact, unavailable. Brown Critter able to get back in time, but that's going to be out number 2. And especially for the lineup that is there, that is a need to hit bases for those guys. Star shot didn't matter. Countered by Yellow Magikoopa yet again. And it looks like there's nothing that's getting past these Critters and Magikoopas in the infield today for Ohio. Paratroopa leads us off for the one-uppers. And every inning and every out is starting to look a little bit tougher here for the Ohio team. Come back and truly advocate for their best shape. Might have to look into that, Typh. Might have to look into that. Double play. Good conversion. Sets both of them back. Next up is Dry Bones here. Left field shot. Successful to get on to first from Dry Bones. And coming up next, Bowser. Wanted to charge that back, but a lot of extra smoke from DK helped him out. Shot's gonna go right into Funky Kong's hands. Even with a slipped peel, he's gonna be able to stay around. And a lineup that did bring some surge, but not the conversion needed. Toadsworth, Beef Boss, and Diddy Kong next. Shot just misses past Red Critter. Banana also extends a little extra. Toadsworth able to get on to first. Nice shot, right center. Beef Boss is going to push Toadsworth over to third thanks to that great hit. Diddy Kong's turn to shine. Runners in scoring position, no outs. Tying run over on first base currently. Tough one for Yellow Magikoopa. That's going to be a double play. And another instance, Ohio continually hitting at Yellow Magikoopa. If not hitting it at one, they were hitting at the other, but they were lucky to get past that one. Run's going to score. Toadsworth staying out there. Great work from Baby DK. Let's bring it up now to Dixie Kong. Dixie Kong able to get on base as well. Puts Baby DK and Dixie Kong in a good position. This is going to be a pretty vital at-bat, though. Donkey Kong will need to be able to at least get a good base hit. If he does not succeed, this may not be very helpful for the team captain. Shot's gonna land, and that's gonna convert the bases, or I should say, stock the bases up. And let's see if there's a potential Denny's moment for Brown Critter. It looked promising, but not gonna be promising enough. That distance is quite far over in center field. Proven by that. Why do we keep saying El Pescado? What the fuck is happening in the chat? Why do we keep saying the chicken? Actually, it is the fish. Never mind. Short floater from Yellow Magikoopa starts us off with a base hit. Can confirm. Not that. Koopa Shell might have just extended this play, and sure enough it did. Lynn is going to be able to get on to first thanks to that. Bit of a dead ball more than anything else from Wiggler. Lucky enough to just only get a single play out of it, though. Here we go, K-Roll. Bit of a surge for the first game particularly. Second one, not so much. That ball's going to bounce just off the corner of the wall. Good jump from Baby DK, but not before 2 runs convert. Yeah, you can see both of them making the round, ready to rock and roll. K-Roll, 2 more RBIs to add to the stat. And we're sitting here bottom of the third as the hope and dreams of Ohio are starting to wane away, especially when that is a solo shot, converted, no problem, splashes into the ocean for the next kayaker, Red Critter, with a 2-run shot. I mean, geez, that one went over the ribbons, went over all this other stuff. First pitch strike. Grounder, Brown Critter. Lucky to get that one over to second. Shouldn't even say lucky. That was great skill. Red Koopa now. Another good pitch from Donkey Kong. Excuse me, from Diddy Kong. That ball just barely makes it into fair territory. Powell almost extends it to a double, but no go. Quick floater over Brown Critter, and sure enough, puts Dry Bones and Koopa on base, potentially for their overlord Bowser. Another shot. Baby DK's got it, but not before bases are loaded. And we sit here 2 outs. The right strike. This game just got a hell of a lot more interesting and a hell of a lot more closer. But they're going to go ahead and wrap things up there. Here we go to Ohio. Funky Kong to start us off for the lineup. Down but not out yet. 6 outs remain. Chance to see either the Wildwoods 1-uppers take their first World Series appearance or for the opportunity to see potential greatness out of Ohio and make the comeback that they needed to get. First pitch strike, Jimmy Neutron. Watch that pass by. 0-2. Grounder, Yellow Magic Koopa. Tough that the Koopa Shell actually hit Funky Kong on the way. A little insult to injury on that one. Toadsworth, good hit. Gonna be able to land on base successfully yet again. And back up is Beef Boss. Surprisingly, the lower end of the lineup of the state of Ohio was actually proven more successful. 0-2. Finally, that's going to be out number 3. And all that stands in the way of the Wildwoods 1-uppers is just retaining this lead for 3 more outs after this point. See if they want to add any additional insurance on this at bat, but we'll have to see. High flyer carrying deep and far, but not far enough. Donkey Kong getting that one in with no hesitation. K-Roll Big shot. Shot from Cheap Sheep. Carrying far and back. That thing is out of here. And you thought it was over. You thought they could have just wrapped this up, gone 1, 2, 3, and make the comeback? Wild Woods 1-uppers say, we're in World Series mode, baby. That's why we had so many all-star players. First pitch strike. Red Critter looking to make a little history his own. No go, though. And he's going to spin him out with a good strikeout thanks to Diddy Kong. It's a little bit tired, but that might be a little rejuvenation that he might need. And yeah, exactly what Typh just mentioned. That's exactly the proof of the plus 53 run differential you see. And here we go. What is Ohio's potential last 3 outs of the season? They do start top of the lineup. Line drive to Red Critter to start things out. First out, done. Second out goes to Red Critter. All that's left now is Dixie Kong. Looking to see if she can get a power shot of her own. That could have went out. Star shot and a diving play. All 3 last outs done by Red Critter. And ladies and gentlemen and MBs, that's going to clinch it. The Wild Woods 1-uppers have put the Ohio Shape meme to bed with such a stellar performance and outright domination. And there you go, folks. Yellow Magic Koopa bringing his MVP caliber performance into the final game of the season. Excuse me, for the playoffs, that is. That'll clinch things here. The team performed well, but unfortunately at the end of the day, Ohio was not the best shape after all. But it turns out the shape that you're looking for is in the form of a wildwood, wild forestry, or just in general of a 1-up. Congratulations to everybody that performed and competed tonight. Give yourselves a round of applause and a pat on the back. It was a great performance all around. Wildwoods 1-uppers and the New York Mets are going to be in the World Series Championship next week here at the Mario Mania League for a Game 7 matchup that is going to be unlike any other we have seen as a part of this adventure. I want to thank everybody personally for being here for such an illustrious and memorable night. All-Star Game was a phenomenal experience. A mercy rule took place, which I guess was a little foreshadowing into what this 3-game series looked like for this outcome. A lot of teams coming up with some exciting opportunities for next time. Some teams looking for their chance to rebuild. We may have some one-off fun that may happen post-World Series because we are toward the end of this year, and we may not try to build into a game just before we start getting into the holiday season. But I will for sure be expressing a lot of gratitude toward everybody for being a part of this cycle next week. But for today, I'd like to say thank you for just tuning in, hanging out with us, and spending some great time here at the Level Up for Charity channel. Hope to see you again next time. With that, we're going to call it here for a night. Reminder, ASL for I Love You Very Much, Wildwoods 1-uppers, New York Mets, to find out who is the true champion of the Mario Mania League next week. Tune in next time. We'll see you again soon.